somebody just joined a panel and took over the stream, some agent by the name of Tim Osmond. Now, this is a weird name that keep popping up. But to my panelists, check your emails. And we're going to get it back rolling. Man, y'all, we just got hacked. Somebody don't want this thing to grow, man. I appreciate everybody's support. Because it's really real in the building. It's really real in the field. Let me make sure before I put this link out here that I don't have that agent in our panel. So let me do that real quick before I even put this thing out here. Y'all, we got to be careful on your streams because I just got hacked. And they said that he kept the stream going and made some kind of speech about flat earthers being agents. So it's really real in the field. I don't even know what was said. He kicked me out of my own stream and kept streaming on my channel. Said he was like, you know, it's my channel now and all like that. I don't really know what was said, but that's the first time that ever happened to me. And it's really something that make me like, damn, something to think about, man. So look, appreciate y'all people for joining us back.
Bro.
It's crazy, man. What the hell just happened?
All I remember was me and Ed was the last two moving on the screen. The whole screen just stopped. I'm talking about nobody was moving. I seen your voice all the way up. I thought you was yelling. I couldn't hear you. But ever since then, me and Ed couldn't get back in. We thought the shit was glitched.
Damn.
But I knew something was going to happen too because I've been hearing about something about the Infinite Plane Society on some like they ain't the real ones or something like that.
When I did a video with Infinite Plane Society.
What is this?
Yeah, I didn't know if they seem to have a lot of knowledge and education when we hooked up on the video.
No. Was it you that said it? Because it was somebody, I don't know if it was Infinite Plane or is it
no, it was Tim Osmond who hacked the whole shit, but this is some weird shit, right? I'm trying to put this together. Flat Earth Ranger, I need you up here because you seem to have some information on this damn conspiracy. Because there's a lot going on right now, and I'm starting to put the pieces together. Who the hell is Flat Earth Ranger? I'm sending you an invite.
This is the second time I've been in a live stream and somebody did this. The first time I was in a live stream with in the conscious community, I was talking about it, and he jumped up and did some weird shit. I guess they just troll Flat Earth shit.
There goes NASA.
Man, Ed, so that is some kind of hacking shit, ain't it? Damn. So somebody did warn me about him when I did a video with him, but I'm trying to think if that's the hold on, okay. Flat Earth. Mute your mic a minute.
Hey. Hear me.
Hey, Flat Earth, if you watching this on YouTube or any other device, cut that down and mute that so we don't get feedback.
It's muted, bro.
He got some kind of sound in the background. But basically what I wanted to say was why he get his background right, because I don't want to hear all of that. But it's crazy because Infinite Plane Society, we hooked up before and did a video, and I don't think it's the same Infinite Plane Society that I hooked up with. But the fucking is somebody says two different people, Tim Osman and Tim Osman. So should I have Osman or Osman in my title?
Oh.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Who is this guy, dude? I'm thinking of Flat Earth Society.
All right, so I changed. Damn, hold on. Flat Earth Ranger, I can't cut your mic up until you cut your background feed off. If you watching this show, mute it. Whatever you watching this on, mute that shit. You don't gotta hear that while you hearing us.
I'm standing in a quiet corridor.
All right, you stream. Are you
still hear the echo?
If you're watching this show on any device, mute it. Mute the YouTube video. Whatever you're watching this video on, mute that. You don't need that volume on. Mute that.
Yeah, it's muted. It's muted. I mean, I'm watching you on the phone. I mean, I'm on the Hangout on the phone.
Okay, cool.
Basically, this Tim Osman guy has obviously been trolling flat earthers for the last 2 years, but it was Anubis. He came on as Anubis.
Yo, Sanchez.
IPS just took on Tim Osman's name.
That's what I really wanted to find out, because I knew it was something of that nature, but just getting hacked by dude, now I get it. I guess I learned the hard way. Hey, I wish he would have gave me some game on that. But it's crazy because yeah, he showed up as Anubis and he came back and kicked me out under another one and hacked the whole shit.
See.
But you know what? I just wanted to tell everybody, man, that I never got to close that last feed out properly. Good, it was a great bill, but just wanted to let y'all know that I'm gonna just close this thing down. But before I do that, I am gonna spend about another hour, let my people on the panel, whoever want to get up here, let them build. Also, before I do that, just to ask everybody on the panel, when you put the link out there in the chat room, does that give people the opportunity to get in here and do what just happened? Oh, yeah.
Any chat room could come in off that link.
Off that, they gotta have that link, huh?
And when you put it in the chat room, anybody on their phone or their computer that's in the chat room, they can press the link that anybody can get in.
And they can take over the shit.
Now that's doing a little bit more, but they can get into the live stream. That's what I mean. Any link you put in can get into the live stream. And they probably went through the link some way somehow and got into the whole thing. That's probably how they did it. But once you post that in the your chat, anybody in the chat can get in.
Well, okay. Well, yeah, man. Basically, man, I forgot what we was even building about. Shout out to You Been Exposed. Shout out to my brother Eddie, Brandon. Shout out to all y'all.
Sanchez. Yo, they're censoring the whole internet, man, by the fucking day, dude. You know what I'm saying? Are you reading all this stuff coming out?
On the chat feed?
No, just everywhere, man. I mean, you gotta understand that Google and, all these tech companies, they're all, intercepted to their wireless, connection of AT&T and all that, jazz. But anyways, I'm just saying, like, they're censoring the internet to the point where they can create, algorithms where they're training teenagers now about fake news, as well as censoring Google of hate speech, which is basically free speech. You know what I'm saying? They're censoring free speech.
basically as a whole on the internet, and you're
Are you
seeing it.
serious?
You've already seen it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Facebook
yeah,
is just the CIA.
yeah.
It's like the same exact thing. They're just censoring the
Everything
information,
is.
so the majority of people just talk about whatever Facebook wants to talk about. You know, that's just, I mean, I've seen through that, like, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like obvious, but when it comes to just the dark web as well, um, it's being censored to the point where, um, you know, there's like, what's it called? What's it called? Like encrypted software that
Yeah.
just goes into cities and just, destroys them. You know what I'm saying?
It also goes back
So I
to
think that's what's going on when right now a lot of people are connecting on a dynamic level, and we're exposing all this information, and
the
and I think it
grass
has to do with
NASA what they
the
had say.
governments, man. They're fucking terrified right now, man. They are definitely uh, doing everything
Look,
they can to keep this thing
we on the watch list.
on the low. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we're gonna have to thug it out, y'all. We on the watch list. This shit getting real.
Hey, check you right. Guess what? The real Infinite Planes in the building, and I'm waiting on him to get on the panel. I sent you the invite, Infinite Plane Society. He got a message for the agent Tim Osmond, and I want to hear it.
Yo,
So,
Sanchez, you got hacked or what?
yeah, man.
What the fuck happened?
They say he a known agent, and he always
Dude,
got
I knew it, man. We are in the Matrix, man. The Agent Smith. I told you. I told you, bro.
He said the Agent Smith.
Yo, Sanchez, you want me to build upon that? The reason why people think about the Matrix, man, is because it has nothing to do with like the theology of it. It has to do with the virus that is embedded in us. That, you know what I'm saying? It has to
It's
do
the
with our
hyper
humanity,
normalization.
and living an illusion through. It has to do with the spirit world, man. The spirit world is what a lot of people believe in, and I know you touched on it, but that's kind of where it comes from. Like, once upon a time, there's a virus, and it kind of you know did its thing, and we're trying to awake from it, or whatever the case may be. I think I think that's like the simplest way I can put it. That's kind of what's going on right now, where you have a lot of human beings on Earth, and what I'm saying, we're going through these dramatic consciousness changes, and you know all that stuff. So I think right now it's a pinnacle point, kind of what the Aztecs said.
It's that
2012
free
is going to be
speech.
the switch.
The free speech, man. It's the amendments. They ain't got no amendments.
hey, look, check this out real quick. Tim Osmond just got on the panel, and we'll know if this the agent. That means we're gonna get shut down again. Hopefully, this my brother.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? This the real one right here. This my brother.
Hey, thanks for having me on, Bro Sanchez.
I'm glad to have you here. What the hell happened to us? And who is the other Tim Osmond?
Okay, so the other Tim Osmond is a guy who's been trolling Flat Earth for 3 years, and he has not convinced one person to go back to the globe. That's how unpersuasive this guy is. 3 years he's spent. He could have gotten a degree right now. He could have done a whole lot. He could have started a family. But he's been on YouTube full time, 3 years, has not changed one freaking mind. So I stole his name because I needed a different name to do videos on Flat Earth and stuff. So I took over his handle, and he's a little bit hurt about that. But I mean, the reason why he got onto your channel is because when he does a live stream, he gets maybe 12 people live, and I'm sure half of those are sock puppets. So he's like, hey, there's 250 people listening. I'm going to get in. And it didn't make an impact, obviously, but the guy doesn't debate. He doesn't debate facts. If he decides he doesn't agree with you, he'll do background checks on you. He'll try to dox you. He doesn't actually appreciate facts. So he's a complete waste of time. And I think that little bit of attention he got today will probably keep him fed for like another month. But he's basically just a troll.
Now let me ask you something else, and I really appreciate you for being here. How the hell was he able to do that? How to prevent that in the future?
You know what? I'm going to have to ask my friend Cathexis about that one, because you know what? This guy's been at it for so long. He knows all these tricks, and I need to figure it out too, because you're going to have to just block him. Because, yeah, this is what he does for a living. And he does it to his little circle of like 3 or 4 friends.
So I'm going to have to find him and block him in my Google Hangout pod, I guess. But another thing, what's his YouTube channel?
I'll send you a link in the Hangout to his YouTube channel so that you can just filter him out.
Okay.
Let me see if I got it. Yeah, I got it right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and post that right now on your Hangouts page. That's Tim's account. Cool, man. But that's all I really wanted to say. I think you guys. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm glad that you came and set the record straight on that. So here's this Tim Osmond with the Z. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Man, I just dropped in after lunch. I was just out with a friend. We were just sitting here, and she's like, "What are you listening to?" Because you guys started talking about the Egyptian stuff. It was so fucking hilarious. It was funny, whatever it was. I caught that, and then I see Tim Osmond in there, and I'm like, him and this one other guy, GED Skeptic. He's the guy with the neck beard. He's roommates with Tim Osmond the troll. You'll see them two together all the time. But I'll send you a link to his account too. So anyway, hey, thanks for having me on. I'm just gonna listen in from the listener page.
Okay, and shout out to Infinite Plane Society, y'all. The real Tim Osmond, the one who doing the work of the truth. So look, we got videos that we done previously on the channel. Y'all can check those out.
Thanks again. Have a good day. See ya.
You too. Thank you. But yeah, everybody, man, y'all see that? It's crazy, man. I'm about to get out of here myself, y'all. So I just wanted to apologize to everybody for the way it ended. Shout out to You Been Exposed. That's my second home right there. So when I ain't uploading on Thursday, good chance that you can catch Brother Sanchez live over on You Been Exposed. So I just wanted to make this video to close out the last one because we was hacked and you know all of that. We was building good. It was fun and games. Sometimes we get into arguments, but we know we ain't gonna be able to reach everybody, and it's gonna be that. But we're gonna keep moving on. We're gonna keep the atmosphere always scientific. I'm gonna go back into meditation and go back in my zone for a while. I'm gonna fall back on the live streams. But like I said, you can catch me on You've Been Exposed live streams, but mine will commence. I'm gonna continue doing this open panel, but I'm gonna fall back because I got a lot of studying and presentations and lectures that the ancestors been giving me, a lot of stuff that I need to share with y'all. So I'm gonna fall back in that spot and get back on the teachings of the mother and all of that. But I do have to have these panels because I do want to be challenged. And I do want everybody to be heard. Like I said, y'all, when I'm not doing this thing live, you can find me at my brother's You've Been Exposed. Right. Yep, that's my second home. He do it. That's where I be at. Even when I ain't uploading on Thursdays, that's where I'm at. So yeah.
Yeah, man, that's messed up how they did the live stream. I didn't even know you had went back live, bro.
Yeah, man, I had to come back on here and get the real Infinite Planes on here to break down to us that troll. What I'm gonna do too, I'm gonna he sent me that dude links and everything. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna send it to all of y'all. Y'all gotta block him, otherwise he can hijack y'all streams and shit. So I'm gonna send y'all that.
All right, that's what's up. That dude, yeah, when he sniped it and took over, man, that's some old. I'm gonna be honest, that they say he a hacker, that's Asian shit right there, boy.
Yep. And I'm glad.
And it's that's some globe Asian shit right there.
You already know, and that's how they prove the globe. That's how they prove it.
My channel, I'll post my channel the link. Who that is? That's accent. DCOS5. I'll post the link in a minute. Hold on.
I'm gonna put it in the description too. And then we're gonna
appreciate that. Oh yeah, brother Sanchez, I changed that title too for you, brother. I had forgot.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I had changed the title, man, because you know, when you came in, so, you know, a lot of times I'm really busy. But I'm glad you reminded me, because I know people be looking for you and shit. So they were looking for you today. If I would have known you was gonna go live, man, I would have just kicked back and just chill with you the whole time, you know.
No, what happened was I wanted to go live. When I had first went live earlier, I was so heated because I got up and saw that this dude had made a video on me, taking some clips out of my SETI video and bending that shit all around and trying to make me look stupid. So I went live. I said, man, I got to go in on this shit. And you know,
I feel you, brother. I feel you. That's what they do. They have to bend your shit because they can't combat it. So exactly. They gotta manipulate what you said and try to make it look like you said something else. And that's sad that they gotta go out like that when they supposed to have the truth on their side. And people should understand something. When you got the truth on your side, you don't have to manipulate what a person said. You should be able to play the whole thing and debunk it.
Yep. That's how we do. Fair. We put the signs up there and then we ask questions and shut up. And when they can't answer it, guess what they do? They answer the question with a question and start arguing.
Yep. It's all good though, brother. They ain't gonna be able to stop us. They ain't gonna be able to silence us either.
Hell no. And guess what? It's growing. That's the fear right there. That's what they scared of. Let me put this in a vid description. Hey, y'all, go and subscribe to You Been Exposed. Y'all was asking for the link. It's in the description. It's in my video description. But yeah, man, I just wanted them to know that I don't always be on here live and I'm not always uploading things, but I still be want to build. So during the weekdays, you can find me at my second home. You've Been Exposed, putting in work there.
Hell yeah, that's all we've been doing, brother, and that's what they don't like. We've been building out here, man. They crazy if they think they're gonna stop us, man. We ain't stopping people.
They know we ain't, man. Full-fledged, and the people that's following us, they understand how deep this shit go. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, if globe heads would ask the questions we asking, they wouldn't be investigating us. They'll be investigating the folks who robbing their ass. And then they going through the trouble to hack our shit and all that. It's crazy, man.
Man, y'all niggas stay up, man. Like I said, man, I'm behind y'all niggas 100%. This shit gonna be a long-ass journey, bro.
Yeah. And we gonna walk that path together, my brother.
Already.
For sure.
Oh, my bad.
No, y'all go ahead and build. I'm trying to find something.
Yeah, I asked the brother earlier. I was like, hey, you remember what I had asked him? They couldn't answer. Oh yeah, because you had brought it up, but I had kind of put it in my perspective about the when you leave Earth. That shit fucked them up so bad they didn't know what to say.
Yeah. When you leave Earth and Earth is following the sun, how can you get back to it?
Yeah, bro, I really wanted to bring that up on the panel too, because I wanted to see, because you know there was some different guys. I wanted to see what they had to say about it, and let that question expose the shit out of them. Because I'm gonna start asking them all that same question, man. I want to get a collector, a whole bunch of globe heads, and I'm gonna edit the shit out the video and have it where, you know, every time I ask that question, all these different globe heads can't answer that one question. You know what I'm saying? It's always theories and what they believe and shit like that. They can never bring no facts and shit like that, man. You know what I'm saying?
And then they come reteaching us the shit we know.
We going through space 75,000 miles per hour. We traveling or something like that. Something like that, right? Right, they change it every damn year. Yeah, because the last time I checked, it was like 60 something. Now it's like damn near 70,000. I'm like, what the fuck going on? But anyway, if you Google it now, I think it's like 67,000 miles per hour, right? So, okay, if the Earth is flying through space at 67,000 miles per hour, hold on, if y'all can see me, hold on, let me look at my camera so the people get. Oh yeah, they can see me. All right, this the Earth, right? This the Earth. It's flying through space 67,000 miles per hour. Once you go up into space and leave Earth, if it's traveling like that, how the fuck do we keep up with it? The Earth, the sun, the moon, everything should fly right past us. You gotta understand, everything on the Earth, what they call is gravity, is keeping everybody on the Earth. But do that gravity still plays a role once you leave the atmosphere and enter space? So I want to know how the fuck do people, when we went to the moon, and even with the moon, once we went out into space, the moon should have shot past the motherfuckers if it's moving that damn fast. So, you know,
don't add up. I know what you're saying. If the Earth moving at they say over 100,000 miles per hour, that's how fast the sun is dragging the Earth. And I get exactly what you're saying, my brother. Once you launch a rocket off of a planet going that fast, how the hell do you keep up with it? That's simple right there. No.
Right. Yeah, but see, you can still use it because a lot of them still try to use gravity. They say, well, gravity is keeping the oceans and everything intact on the ball. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. Okay, let's work with that then. Gravity is doing all this magic shit, right? But what happens when you leave the Earth? You understand what I'm saying? How do gravity going to continue to play this role when you chasing a damn blue glass marble that's going 7,000 miles per hour? What's keeping you, you know, how do you keep up with that? Because once you get off the ball is moving. Once you get off, and you're moving with the ball, but once you get off the ball, are you saying the ball, push on the brakes and wait for you to get back?
They saying even though when you leave off the ground, you still swinging with the ball. That's why when I say, why can't airplanes just hover above the ground and they keep moving to get to their city? They say because the air carrying them with the ball too.
So wait. So even when you get off the ball and go into space, you're still flying with the ball.
That's globe head logic, real talk.
So you still
real talk.
So when do it ends? When do this pull ends? Like, let's say we go. Let's say that's just like when we shoot satellites too. Once you shoot a satellite that's supposed to go into space, how come we haven't left all the satellites we shot? Is the satellites following us too?
Mm-hmm. And that's crazy because you just asked a good ass question. Where do the pull end? That go back to where the fuck do the vacuum meets the non-vacuum, and what happens in this magical area?
Do it ends with Pluto? It must have ends with Pluto.
Yeah, that's where they. But see, they had to get rid of Pluto because of, and I don't know what the hell. How can they explain that what you brought up? Because this what it'll be like right here. Vacuum atmosphere. They saying that. Gravity even holding the clouds, the wind, the water, all of that. So that means it's got a lesser pull the higher up you go. But now they still saying that vacuum is surrounding the globe and that's outer space. But then again, where does this vacuum meet with the gaseous atmosphere of Earth and what happens there? Scientists should be reporting bits and pieces of our atmosphere should be going missing every year based on it being sucked off into the vacuum of space. Because if you light a cigarette by a vacuum, the smoke gonna start going to that area.
Right. Hey, if you put the highlight my picture right quick. It's another question I asked today that he couldn't answer.
Okay, I got you.
All right. Just click on. I'm gonna share my screen. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
What the fuck is that?
Let me know when you click on my avatar.
You on? You're on.
You got me?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. So people, all right, check this out. So I'm sharing my screen right now. And as you can see, I don't know, it don't look like I'm the main. Maybe I can't see it from here. I probably gotta wait till. Oh, okay, I see it. Yeah, good looking. All right, so they claim that right here, they say that the moon and the earth have its own gravitational force. Now this is supposed to be a concept, okay? Of course, we know that the moon is a lot smaller than the earth. Now, can somebody explain this to me? How in the world can a ball this small have enough gravitational force to keep a ball this big from pulling it to it and crashing into it? As a matter of fact, this ball is so small compared to the earth. Wouldn't you say that the gravitational force will only have a small impact on maybe partial of the earth, like the part that's visible to the moon? How can the gravitational force wraps around this whole entire earth? Right. How? It's too small, first of all, and it got even deeper because when you look at this, and if you type in what about what is called Jupiter? Now, mind you, keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. We're talking about Earth and Moon. We're not even talking about Jupiter. Jupiter supposed to be the biggest planet, right? In our solar system. Now, can somebody tell me how the fuck a body that big has not sunk every tiny satellite, which they call moons, into that big ass fucking mass? Think about that for a second. Jupiter is big as hell. I think that motherfucker got moons about the size of Earth. You know what I'm saying? That bitch so big. But it is big as hell. Now, I could take it even further. They said that the sun is the biggest in our solar system, right? And it has the most powerful gravitational force because of the size of the mass. So the gravitational force is dependent on the size. So when you keep that in mind, common sense would tell you, due to the fact that the Earth is bigger than the moon, the Earth would have sucked the goddamn moon and the moon would have crashed into the Earth. Now, when you go to Jupiter, because of the size of Jupiter gravitational force should have been so powerful, it should have sucked every last planet into that motherfucker. Now, tell me why they can't answer that. How the fuck can something so small keep a gravitational force from a planet or a mass so goddamn big from sucking it and pulling it towards it? There must be some magic shit going on.
Look at the stars itself. Look at the stars itself, right? If we're shooting through space with the sun at 450 miles per hour, shouldn't we be seeing shooting stars and comets? Shouldn't comets be hitting the Earth all the time?
The size of if you think even Saturn, the size of these planets or these masses, the size of them, Jupiter, not even Saturn, no, Jupiter, since it has like 30, how many moons it got? Like 27. It got a lot of fucking moons. Okay, I don't keep count of fake shit.
I think it's 37.
37. Okay, and let's be real. The size of that Jupiter should look like the goddamn moon. It should have craters all over that motherfucker because it's so the gravitational pull that sucked everything and it should crash into it. Jupiter should actually look like the goddamn moon.
And you know what's so crazy with what you were saying? I like that picture you put there. Let me see it one more time, the one with the Earth and the moon, because that shit debunk itself based on what you were saying too. And let me clarify what my brother's saying. Jupiter is not like we believe in Jupiter. We saying Jupiter, the way they teach it, the shit don't make no sense. Because a lot of people be like, well, how y'all believe in Jupiter? Well, we using their example. But when you look at this shit, they tell you with everything going on what you just said, at the same time. Now look how small the moon is. That small moon controlling the tides. All the water on that big blue ball.
Yeah.
It just don't work, man. It just don't work.
And I see people talking about, well, Jupiter is a gas and all this. I mean, when you look at that photo, do that look like a fucking gas? Do that don't look like a solid object? Because it look like a solid object to me.
Same thing with
and that's just Jupiter look like a damn lava lamp. Whoever job it is to create these planets, man, I know they be having fun putting shit together, little diamond worlds and little gold planets and little platinum worlds and goddamn star-studded floating planets. God getting his bling bling on, you know.
They are there, they tripping out. I don't pay attention to fake shit. I'm just being real, people. I just got to be honest. I don't pay attention to fake shit, man. You know, I just try to keep it, man. Look, I know what I see. When they show a picture of Jupiter and Saturn, they try to say, oh, it's a gas. But see, the thing is, it look like to me they're having a hard time faking what a gas planet would look like if it was true. So ultimately, it looks like a solid object when they Photoshop it or CGI shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm only going by what they're showing me. You feel me? That shit like a solid object. That shit don't look like gas, like somebody farted a bubble. I'm sorry, I don't want what that look like.
And gas don't shape itself into a damn ball. Gas do what it do, baby. What up, Madonna?
Hey, that was classic, brother. What's poppin'? What's poppin'?
Hey, Madonna, you gotta answer at least one of the questions, baby. How is that possible? How is that possible? Oh no, we talked about this already.
Hey, man, right.
It's like you said, it's on track. But one thing I did get you, I not caught y'all go, but I raised your little antennas, because my antennas are raised too. Is that if it's on track or it's following a set pattern, you understand what I'm saying? If the moon is constantly moving away from the Earth, that's not a pattern. That's not a track. It's moving. It's getting off track actually. And what happens if it goes too far away from the Earth?
Explain that one.
Yeah, I can't either. I'm gonna keep it on. I don't know either, bro.
That's the whole reason right there. They made themselves a loophole in their science. See, they tell you every year the moon moving away from us at 1.14 miles. But said 1.14. They said it's at the size of your fingernail. They said the moon moving up that much every year. But they also say the moon moving close to us too. Now this is like tug of war. Some behind the moon pulling it, and I guess the Earth pulling it from in front. What the hell behind it doing it? I don't know. But they call it dark matter to just do what they doing is trying to explain away Mother Nature's balance. So really the moon ain't controlling the tides. What it is like by them telling them the moon getting farther away and coming toward us, that's an illusion of creating the tidal bulge. But really, it also get them a loophole to explain why the moon never get big. We never observe the moon grow big and big like it's gonna crash into Earth. So they say it's going farther away and coming closer. Everything they do got a loophole, you know.
They trying to dark matter. They trying to explain away that eclipse shit we was talking about, man. I think it is another body out there, man.
Yeah, that go back to them black suns we was talking about.
Yes. Yeah, they just calling it dark matter, some crazy shit like that.
And
I don't know, man. It's some mysterious shit going on, man.
I agree with it.
I think we should be afraid of it. I think we should embrace it because it's here for us. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to embrace that. We're supposed to learn from it. But they hide. See, that stuff like that is real knowledge. You know, if they won't, they don't put the hide information like that. Let us know what that is. You know what I'm saying? Because let's just say that that's the case, right? There is a a dark or black sun or another body that's causing the eclipse. If they would tell us, that will open a doorway for them to study what it actually is, or people could go out there and invent something where we can actually go get some binoculars and shit like that, have a special lens on it where we can look up and actually see it. You know what I'm saying? They be on some fuck shit, man.
You know what? I think dark matter and that black hole sun and all of that, I think like all of that is just the stuff where everything emanate from. Like if we art on the canvas, dark matter would be the whole damn room that the canvas sitting in, and the earth would be the plane, the canvas that the art even on. But you can't have none of that with just the background. It's the darkness. That's why it all comes. Think about it. When we go to sleep, we close our eyes, we go to darkness. Upon death, don't do it. You had your eyes closed before you had them open. When you came into this world, your eyes was closed, then you open them. So it's always darkness before light, like 0 before 1. You know, the light switch got to be cut on, but the darkness was already there. It's the stuff that is. It's the I am that I am. It's the dark background to all there is, where everything emanates from, even the sun. So you know what I think happened during the eclipse? I think during the eclipse, we're being reminded through nature, through nature's ritual. Think about it. What happens during the eclipse? This is what happens. A great alignment happens. Now, what we got to really keep in mind, what we are witnessing when we witness an eclipse, is proof that we live in a system that something intelligent is controlling. Because if it was some haphazard shit, Big Bang shit with comets and everything like they give us, how could we have this great alignment called an eclipse that happens in time frames that you can actually predict it? It's on time, it's perfect, it's balanced, and not to mention these bodies align themselves. That's an intelligent being controlling the stars. And when an eclipse happened, the ancestors was reminded that, listen, it's an intelligent creator. So when you look at that eclipse, the result of the total eclipse is the darkness. The darkness is the mystery of the eclipse, is what intrigues us. The darkness of that woman womb is what you trying to get to when she's switching them hips down the street. You see, it's that darkness that we attracted to. It's like that darkness is represented by the arch. The sky goddess Nut holds that darkness in her body with the stars. So it's feminine. It's the creative energy. And what I think the occult, the government doing, and also what they hiding is the fact that during eclipses, you're supposed to be putting your intent into that darkness. When that portal open, when that alignment happened, you're supposed to be outside putting your intent under that eclipse energy. And that's what they don't want us doing. You see, they go out and they have their rituals during cosmological events, and they give you the NASA and the fake science to keep you away from interacting with the great mother, with nature. And they keep you away from it by putting it into a cult, making it mystery, making you scared of it. So when Brother Sanchez talk about it, you're going to say, you doing what the government doing. You part of that occult shit. When really they doing what we all supposed to be doing, hiding it from us and giving us the damn spookism.
Well said, see, that's why I fucks with you. You break that shit down and I just sit back and absorb it. You know, and I think that ultimately that's a reminder of what was here first. That's why it's everything's a complete darkness. It's a reminder of what was here before there was light. You understand what I'm saying? But like you said, it's an intelligence, man. Somebody, this is not an accident. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was an accident, we'll be having all kind of accidents since we, you know what I'm saying, while we're here. Should be all out of whack. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no accident straighten everything up and then lined everything perfectly. That's bullshit. I don't believe that. I don't buy it. Everything's in line perfectly because it's perfectly designed.
Yep.
You know?
It's crazy. You think about all of that stuff, man. Like the feminine principle is the reason they hiding it all with that feminine principle. That's represented by the darkness the ancestors call the cosmic womb. That darkness is like how we got water, we got wind, we got fire, and all of these different elements. That darkness is another element. It's not a color. They tricked us like it was a color. That darkness is like the most purest element. That's why, like I said, all the things are being created from darkness. All things come from the darkness, the imagination. When you think of a key and a keyhole, which one comes first? The keyhole, the door. Then you fashion the key to go within that. You know what I mean? So what's inside of that keyhole is darkness. You know what I mean? It's the doorway. But basically, to give y'all another way this relates to us as above, so below, when we go into prayer, what do we do when we pray? We close our eyes to get back to that darkness, that divine. Anybody on the panel want to build on this darkness, mother? I love these conversations. Y'all got some questions? I can put some slides up too.
Yeah, that's real, brother. I agree with everything you said.
Oh, that's what's up, Madonna.
For the darkness part, all right. Now let's take it within like the melanin and the, you know, what they call it melanin in the darkness that's within us and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Is it really just wordplay, but it's really carbon?
You know what? When we say what it is, we miss what it is. Like when we talk about that darkness, that's where everything come from. And at any given moment, we can all shut our eyes right now and create something new out of that darkness. So to say what it is really to say what it ain't, because it's everything, and everything come from it. We create from it. It's the backdrop of all there is. It's the I am that I am, and it's hard to describe it because it's infinite. It's not a color. If you think of Star Wars, Darth Vader, right? Darth Vader was the bad guy. They always associate that darkness with the badness to keep you away from it. They say children need to be scared of the dark and all of that, but it's to keep you from meditating. So when you close your eyes, they got you to imagine what they want you to imagine. So when people pray, they imagine in Jesus or Buddha or Allah instead of creating their own reality out of that darkness. We're supposed to be meditating. When you say meditate, the first two words of it is me, M-E, me. That's about you. But when you pray, you being prayed upon. You giving your energy to a God, and you're manifesting there with of going into that darkness, bringing out your intent, your will through meditation.
Absolutely. Brother, teaching out here, man.
I feel it.
Yep, you know, because if you think about it, what I want to say also is that that darkness is so deep that what you get when you put all of the colors in the crayon together. Black. Now think about it. What's the symbol of the covenant of humanity? The rainbow, right?
Yeah.
Now they took the rainbow and they gave it to the homosexuals, and what they're doing is playing with the feminine energy, corrupting again everything feminine. They make it homosexuality. The first step of desecrating the divine mother is going to the homosexuality first, because it ain't like it's gonna go mother then father. We're not in a real deep patriarch yet. They're still creating the patriarch. The new world order, when it's finally established, that would be the full patriarch. Right now we still in like a bisexual type. It's like in the beginning it was the great mother. God revealed the mother nature and the mother concept. Now that we headed toward this masculine war type, ego type world, the one where artificial intelligence rule, and the mother is going to be overthrown by men. But when that happened, it ain't just going to be like men going to overthrow those mother nature concepts and it be a full patriarchy. It's going to be a blending period first. The first wars were gender wars. And that's how you ended up with cosmologies that had male and female deities side by side. People say that's beautiful. It means balance. But when you go back before that, you don't see a male in the cosmology. All you see is a great mother, and she just represents the mother of all the species. Like, think about it. On Earth, male and female people come from women, right?
Yeah.
So the ancestors saw that, and instead of them making a male and female deity, they just created a grandmama. We call it the great mother, Mother Nature today. And they said, hey, since this the mama, this everybody mama. You know what I'm saying? So you say, where the daddy at then? Well, what the ancestors was doing was the great mother is embodying that darkness. There was no daddy yet. It was no light switch on yet. It was just darkness. Then the light came on. So the ancient people personified the primordial source. When we say primordial source, we saying prime, the root source. So that means if you want to personify zero, how would that look? Close your eyes. It's called darkness. And you can represent that in a form of a woman because that zero is an egg. Now, when the light come on, how the light shine? It shines linear like a one. Out the zero comes one. There go your masculine. The penis penetrates. See what I'm saying? But it gets deep because the male is the penis and the woman is the Venus. She's the vortex, the one that absorbs. You penetrate, you give. And that there again, that's that darkness. It absorbs all of the light. Darkness absorbs heat. You see what I'm saying? So it just gets real deep, and they got us away from that darkness. When I say that we're blinded by the light, when you look at all of the religions and even the Black conscious communities, it's sun worship, and you can't escape it. Flat earth means the great mother can prevail because it takes the sun away from the center and put the mother back at the center like all of the ancestors had in their cosmology. The people who put the sun at the center of their cosmology also put Santa Claus on the North Pole because remember, they gave you a sun 93 million miles away, but the sun that's close revolves around the mother. The sun and moon are equal sizes. They revolve around the North Pole. The North Pole is what? A magnet. What's the root word of magnet? M-A, ma. The mother sits in the center of the earth and she balances the scales, sun and moon. She creates night and day, the yin and yang. That's the hidden one who you don't see. You only see her children. It's like if my mama give birth to a football player, he go to the NFL and start shining. You don't see his mama. You see the product of his mama. You see Emmitt Smith scoring a touchdown. You don't see his mama at home saying, look at my son shine. Now, guess what you're going to ask Emmitt Smith? You're going to say, damn, man, where your mama at? Because I want to know who raised a man like this. You know, where your parents at? So it's like when we see the sun and moon, what they got us caught up with doing is worshiping the creation instead of the one that's empowering the creation. And once they get you to worship the creation, they can manipulate what you think the creation is, and now you worshiping something that's so far away from the truth because you think you part of the creation with the heliocentric cosmos, but you're so away from the truth. Now again, the mother sits in the center or the North Pole and balances the scales, sun and moon. And this is what gives us night and day. And this is in our reality. The ancestors spoke of it. The mother was at the center of the Dogon cosmos. Her name was Amma. Look up the Dogon goddess Amma. She resides at the Dogon flat earth cosmos. She's representative of the North Pole, just like everyone had the mother at the center. And you can look at this in a beehive. The queen bee is at the center of that hive, sustaining the whole thing. And she has the mystery of the hive's creation within her. So it's just deep, you know.
Real talk, real talk.
You know when you start to study nature and you study the beehive, it's very amazing because what happens in a beehive when they get ready to build a new hive, they move the queen first. In other words, the colony find a tree branch and they all form like a swarm around the queen, and they actually build a whole damn hive around the queen. I don't know if y'all grasping how deep this is. The bees actually move the damn queen and they fucking fly her to the new location and they swarm around her before the hive is even built, and they build the whole hive around the queen. That is very deep. And if you start studying that, you'll see why all of the ancestors, some of the first deities were bee goddesses. Women today say, I'm the queen bee. You know, all of the rappers, they give you this shit. They say, I'm the queen bee, you know?
Yeah.
That shit deep.
This shit tied to the history of the Moors as well. Since we talking about the bee goddess and the queen bee, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put a few slides up on the screen to show y'all what I'm talking about. I'm gonna blow you away to show y'all how the celebrities hide my art balance right in your face. Y'all looking at the screen, right? Hold on, let me make sure I'm present to everyone.
Yeah.
So yeah, you see the colors black and gold. Look at the gentleman in the middle with the shield. That's a Moorish soldier. Now listen, I'm giving you some Moorish science, black people. Alpha by Alpha, what is the first black Greek fraternity? They hiding all of this knowledge that I'm giving y'all right now. So mute your mics. I'm gonna be real brief, right?
All right.
The first black Greek fraternity, they wear black and gold to symbolize the bee goddess. In Kemet, you will see the colors that they wear in Kemet is black and gold. You will see that the Wu-Tang clan have a lot of knowledge that they speak in code with, and they call killer bees wearing black and gold. Black and gold is a symbol of the bee goddess. Even where this is another form of ma'at. If you're looking at the collage, you see the bee goddess here. She's gold for the honey. When you talk about women, you say, come here, honey. You so sweet. You my queen. You call your woman your honey, you know, and it's all dealing with the queen bee and the bee politics. When you say that I'm a human being and your heart is beating, the way we used to spell bee was B-E. I'm talking about the insect. It was B-E. They put another E on it because they started linking this insect to the beetle. And the beetle are symbolic, and I'm gonna show you why they were so symbolic to the ancestors. Bear with me. Here's a little queen bee symbolism with Little Kim and Beyonce. Is all dealing with the divine feminine. When you look at the New Orleans Saints football team is black and gold, and their symbol is the bee goddess or the hornet, the anchor. It's the anchor, that's the bee goddess. If you look at the bee goddess here in gold and look at this anchor that the New Orleans Saints got, it's the same thing. It's the 6-pointed star, the Merkaba, just like in New Orleans, they got the hornets and it's the bee. You know, when you talk about let me pull out some more slides real quick. Let me get some more because I want y'all to see how deep this shit really go. And when I say the bee and the beetle, but all of the celebrities knew about what I'm telling y'all. Share this video. Here's Beyonce doing the Ma'at ritual. It's all about balance. They rule us by keeping us off balance. Balance is heaven. Balance means ball lance. Ball lance. Think of a circle. Draw a line right in the middle of that circle. You just created balance. You just created yin yang. You just created phi. So when you look at this A Phi A Greek fraternity here, when you look at the symbol for phi, phi is the cosmos. Phi is yin yang. Phi is balance. It's the tie-in word. When you say this or that, or would be the divine one. It's the one in the middle. You don't have to choose this or that. And when you don't make the selection, you remain balanced. You remain still. You remain you remain organized. You can see like the oracle. You get your organs all in good health because you're not choosing into their dialectic of good and bad, this or that. So when you look at Eve in the garden, when you look at the name Eve, it's spelled E-V-E. Don't listen to the name, screw the name. Look at the way it's spelled and the symbolism. It's as above, so below, like a sandwich. E-V-E. It's a code like A, Phi, A. Up and down, yin and yang. It's not the yin or the yang, you know. It's the serpent in the middle. It's the present moment. So you have two eyes, but you only can see one picture. So screw the two A's on either side and you focus on the phi in the middle, because that's everything. When you approach a crossroads, you don't go left or right. You stand there and enjoy the view. I hope y'all can understand what I'm telling you here. This is ancient science. They got us moving now. So this is what I'm trying to show you. It's balance. Look at Beyonce. She's telling you what I'm telling you. It's balance. This is how we embrace one another, with balance. You open your arms, okay? This is the sign of victory. When you raise them up, I come in peace, you know? So this is the but this became death on a cross. So when we talk about the mother being at the center of all ancient cosmology, here is the Dogon cosmos. This is a beautiful one that they got embroidered in bronze. This was made by the hands of the Dogon people. Do you hear me? Do you hear me, y'all? African people fashioned this beautiful art with their hands. And what they are telling you in this art is that X marks the spot. Bullseye. X marks the spot. The mother sits at the center, the North Pole, the magnetic energy. This deity, let me zoom in on her. She's so beautiful. Look at her face. Her name is Amma. The Dogon said as Mama, Mama Amma. They said she sits at the center. And if you look at the bottom here, you can see all the female deities surrounding the mama. You see, because when you make it up to these levels, ain't no room for male ego. You got to get in tune with your feminine side. But see, they want to mock that today and call you soft, fellas. But this is how they able to create them good raps and make them good songs. Y'all so hard, you can't sit down and draw a beautiful picture, fellas. But that's what's going to make you rich, getting into your art. Now, the root word of art is AR, just like artists, just like archaeology, just like architecture, just like the Ark of the Covenant. Why? Because the first artist was the mother. All right. And it goes back to that darkness. And the art is you. You are art on a canvas, for each and every last one of you. And you was hooked to your mother who brought you here. So nature wants us to respect the feminine role. And it's not belittling the male role. It's the fact that the feminine role created a paradise for males to rule in, but males hijacked that paradise, put the woman to damn work, and now got all of us slaves working for them. Males rule the world, not women. Remember that. James Brown told you it's a man's world. If that's true, look at how corrupted it is. Look at how fucked up it is. Look at how we go on a war. Look at how we debate about different male gods. Nobody even arguing about the mother goddess and mother nature. They got us debating about male gods that we can't touch. But you know the difference between all of them male gods that we argue about and Mama Amma, who you looking at right now? Mama Amma really exists. Your compass show you where she is. All compasses point to where Mama Amma is. But the Dogon know this. Why don't you? Because we're too busy looking at space programs, different gods, and we ain't really looking at what the ancestors said. Black people rather debunk Sanchez and his flat earth theory because they don't know it's deeper than flat earth. It's ancient cosmology. When you deny flat earth, you won't even go into the rabbit hole. See, this is how they hid everything I'm telling y'all. They hid it behind flat earth. When you hear flat earth, it's really ancient cosmology. But you'll never know that because you'll be too busy ridiculing flat earth that you won't even know what I'm telling you here. So basically the Mama Amma who you're looking at, modification of Mother Nature. So this ain't no spooky God that's somewhere in a cloud with a gate guarding him and you can't get to him without talking to his little door guard. You know, this ain't no foolish God that when you don't do what he say, he strike you down. This is a real deity that you can perceive in your reality. Mother Nature is real. If I cut you right now, your body gonna start healing itself without you having to tell it to do nothing. Your body gonna start forming a scab because there's an intelligence all around you that you're ignoring. When you put a seed in the ground knows what to do. The ground is programmed with intelligence. The dirt knows that it's dirt. The dirt is conscious of itself. When you put a seed in the dirt knows to grow you a tree. Everything is alive, nothing is dead. And that's why I go so hard with this cosmology, because they give you a cosmology where everything is dead. Everything is because of a mishap. But I'm explaining to y'all how intelligent even the dirt you walk on is. But we miss all of that and we spit on the ground, throw trash on it, put shit in the water, cut on a football game and say, man, you heard about them dumbass flat earthers? When I'm really trying to give people back ancient cosmology. Mother Nature is something that when you don't do what she say, it really affects you. The God of the Bible said, if you don't follow me, I'm going to throw you in hell when you die. Hey, I can believe you or not. I still may not follow you because I'm calling your bluff. I don't think you got a hell. That's why Christians got to do so much work for their God. Muslims got to do so much footwork for their God because there's so many people who call in their God's bluff saying, we don't believe you. But guess what? No one can call Mother Nature's bluff. If you don't do what you're supposed to do in unison with Mother Nature, your reality ain't gonna be good. You're gonna create a hell for yourself. If you don't take care of your body and keep it in balance, you're gonna be in disease. Same with the earth. You're gonna pollute the water, pollute the air. You create that reality. Now, when you stop doing that and get a grip of yourself, humanity, Mother Nature always heal herself. Again, like if I cut your body immediately starts scabbing up and healing itself. Mother Nature ain't got no problem with healing herself. It's us that's the damn problem. And we can't see that because we're so bamboozled in science, religion, and that's the root of it all. Because what the mind thinks, all of us were creating our reality. And what at the root of your subconscious will be at the surface of our reality. This hellish experience that we're living is a result of the very thoughts at the back of our subconscious as a collective. And that is the very cosmological foundation that majority of the earth agree upon. So the reality for us all will be hellish until the majority realize, because it's a reality we live in now that's agreed upon based on ignorance. But what we're doing now may seem tedious, and I know I'm being long-winded. I'm gonna be quiet in a minute. What we're doing now may seem tedious. A lot of people say good luck, You ain't gonna change the world, but you actually are, because truth spreads exponentially. And if, like I said, reincarnation is real, then you come back here to say the same shit that I'm saying. Over time, I do believe that everything will go back to the way that it was in the beginning. But I'm gonna let my panel be build for a minute, because boy, was I just on a good little rant, and I want to open it up.
It was a powerful rant, brother, a powerful rant.
Yeah, I think Brother Sanchez got to keep in mind, even though he might not think that he a teacher, you is, and we just sit back and absorb that information and that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, you never, in my eyes anyway, you never are long-winded. You're just teaching, and it doesn't matter if it's for 5 seconds or 5 hours. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just loving it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just learning from you, brother.
I really just want to say I appreciate y'all, man. You know, that makes me want to just keep going, because when I get into all of this stuff that I'm showing y'all now, this is when I'm at my most passionate point. When I talk about the mother goddess and all of this, it's because I'm into a real secret code that even goes beyond flat earth. Like, when you understand the earth is flat and you do the science and you prove that the horizon never bends, and you start asking questions like, how does it relate to me? How does it relate to the creator who created it all? What is the creator like? You know, I know that's something we all wonder, like, what is the creator like? You know, what's the personality of the creator? And the more studying you do, the more you find out through the ancients that the personality of the creator was that of a great grandmother. And when I think about that, I don't care who you are, man or woman, ain't nothing like mother. Ain't nothing like that great grandma energy, that like big mama. They took a control of it in soul food. They also got, like I said, they want to take the divine feminine energy, y'all. They want to take the grandmother energy, because they give that energy to people like Tyler, for example. Now they got Tyler Perry up there like grandma, you know, mother, giving you the mother goddess energy in a homosexual form, because they want to take this shit, what I'm telling y'all, the beautiful, see what I'm telling y'all now, created warriors, man. Our ancestors, they had this concept of the mind of a great mother, and their connection with Mother Nature was the same way, man, you love your daughters and your mama. So if you came to their villages and start polluting the water, trying to take over their land, that was the equivalent to you attacking a woman and their children. Why? Because it's the land that even feed my women. So if you don't give a fuck about the land, you don't give a fuck about your kids. That's how come I don't get why people don't see why flat earth is important. The people that control the land, they care about land. But the people who go on to work every day struggling don't give a fuck about land. They don't care about the earth being polluted. But that connection we got with earth, the reason we disconnected today is not only to create chaos and keep us in consumer-like states and also destroying Mother Nature, because the perpetual destruction of Mother Nature is what sustains the matrix, the trick of the ma. You cannot see Mother Nature in all of her glory. Otherwise, you will see what the creator is. So when they show you Mother Nature, they got to give it to you in a corrupted form. Or when they do show it to you, it's got to be through a filter, HD TV, or through a fucking image that's got the water kind of blue that you don't even see outside. So they want to give you the illusion that if you watch nature through our HD TV, the pixels and graphics on the screen look better than the nature that you see in your real damn reality. So you rather look at the nature channel than go outside. So you sit on a couch and you watch butterflies and water streams on TV, and you walk past them and throw your trash in them in your real reality. You walk past waterfalls in your real reality and you don't even care about them. You throw your cans in the water. Then you go home and cut on a nature channel and say, ooh, look how pretty nature is. This is the sick mentality, the matrix synthetic world that they created, where the divine feminine mother nature principle, what I'm trying to give to you today, it was tainted. So for example, let me share some more images. This can all be represented in the bee goddess. Goddess is Ma'at. She's the Ankh. And we're going to deal with Ma'at and some balance and symbols of balance. If you can just think of Ma'at balancing the scales. My computer's slow, but bear with me. I got a lot of stuff open. So here, if you see Ma'at with the wings spread, symbolizing balance, symbolizes even. Again, a woman in the garden who was desecrated, her name was Eve. Eve is the root word of even, evening, where nights meets day. 7, the number of completion is S even. So 11, dealing with L even, because the alphabet L is the angle or the angel. It's a 90-degree angle. It's even. It's a building block. And then the alphabet L is the alphabet V, the vortex, the vagina, the vulva. V for vendetta. V for the view, which is an all-woman show. V for the vagina area that you looking at on Beyonce here, which is so attractive. I mean, I'm giving y'all sex science here, which ties into cosmology and masculine and feminine. The fact that males, we are attracted to the arches. Just like in flat earth. If you think about flat earth, you know what? I'm gonna cut this screen off. I want to show my face. And yeah, I need a haircut, but it's all good.
Boy,
I want y'all to think about some shit that's deep. You think about Antarctica. What are we attracted to with the flat earth? We're attracted to that arch. We say we want to go to Antarctica. We say we want to go there and see if the arch is there. What are we looking for? We're looking for the mother. We're looking for the sky goddess Nut. That's that arc that we're looking for. And we're saying we want to go to Antarctica to prove if she's there. But we also say we want to go to the North Pole to prove if she's there, because there's magnetic energy, right? But what's attracting us to these places? Magnetism. You can't see that it's magnetism. It's the arches. Think about it. Men are made to be attracted to arches and curves and bends. Now I'm finna go deep on this for a minute. Hold on a minute. Give me a minute, y'all. Basically, when a baby is born, it's attracted to the breasts of the mother. Those breasts are double arches. McDonald's use them. That's feminine science, curvy science. We're talking about arches and attraction. The fact that this connection is what creates and sustains life, the attraction to this arch, this magnetic energy, this bend. It's something about this stiff masculine energy that's attracted to this curved arch energy. That's why when males look at a woman's booty, they go crazy when they look at her butt, and they go crazy when they look at her breast, because these are the arch areas, the arches. The arch is just an angle. You can draw it as a curve, or you can draw it as a sharp angle, and that would be a V. So you can have a U, and that's an arch, or you can have a V, and that's an arch. But here's the thing. Males are attracted to both forms of those arches. Again, You're attracted to the breast. You're attracted to the butt. You're also attracted to the vagina, which is the V, the vortex. Now that's the one that creates the life. The breast is the one that sustains it. So when the male penis enters the vagina, when the penis enters the Venus, when the penis meets the Venus, it's all because of the law of attraction. The woman attracted you to her with her perfume, with her makeup. The way she was walking and the way her butt was moving did something to you. We got to keep it real. This is the way the Creator made us. Every man is attracted to this same stuff. The way the butt jiggle, the way the boobs jiggle. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Nature created it. In order for us to keep reproducing, it made us be attracted to the woman's arches. That's why the goddesses of old days carried an arch bow. And they're symbolizing the fact that this energy is in the arch. Even when you look at the weapon called the arch bow, you can see the same shit. You can see a stiff arrow that's making contact with a bold arch. And when they come together, that arrow can fly. It can shine. Just like the night sky gave birth to the sun. And that sun can now shine. It can fly. But it can never fly without the bow. The arrow can't go nowhere without the bow. Just like the sun can't go nowhere without that umbilical cord hooked to his mama feeding him that food in that fetal sac. You got a belly button. Every human got a belly button reminding them who's responsible for their very fucking life. If she would have disconnected that umbilical cord, your butt wouldn't be here. So it's nothing really to do with the daddy. The daddy plays a divine role, but the mother actually has the God abilities of the powers over life and death during conception. You're being conceived in her body. While that's happening, if she decides to drink poison or drink alcohol, she can kill you. So the only being on earth with powers over life and death in the womb would be a woman. And if you look up the definition of God, you would see that that's the definition of God. So in the Black conscious community, they say the Black woman is God, but really the woman, period, is God, the female, period. So again, we are attracted to those arches, males, the booty, the vagina, the breast, the North Pole, okay? Antarctica. It's called Antarctica. And it's a woman bending over. Her name is Nut. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot we got to think about. I'm gonna let y'all be.
Antarctica. Say it's Antarctica. Antarctica. That's what we should do. We gotta go take that because it's already ours. See, because we live in this dream right now, where all these rich people, they just run everything and they own everything, and they honestly, I feel if we, like you doing right now, brother, if we teach this information to the people and they actually get it, we have the ability to stop it all at once. We just because I mean we're the ones allowing this. And so in that way we're creating. You know what I'm saying? And then this awareness that Brother Sanchez is trying to bring, this awareness, that's what's helping people realize that all this other shit, it's all fake. It's all a construct. It's all created as a mental prison. Thousands and thousands of little roads to run down and follow. They all lead you off of the right path. Now, they're all part of the journey, sure, and you can get stuck hauling off down one of them roads for a long time. They're all part of the journey. They all branch off from the main path. But that's that main path we're trying to bring about. And I think if we can raise this level of awareness, to the reality of what we've been bringing right now, with all this, with this consciousness and with this spirit that's everywhere around us, and this energy and this frequency and all of that. All of it, it's not just like little things. These are all aspects of this reality that we've forgotten. Not even forgotten. We've had the wolves pull over our eyes. We can't see it no more. and this whole flat earth thing, I think the reason I'm so passionate about it, and I think this is the key. I think flat earth knowledge is the catalyst. It's the catalyst. It's not the end all being all. Flat earth isn't going to save the world necessarily. We're going to save the world, but flat earth is the catalyst. It's the catalyst to the conscious awakening. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, maybe I'm just talking shit. That's what I think it is, though. I think it's the catalyst for everyone to realize that they have the power, that they are significant. They're the ones. We are the ones. You are the ones. We are all the ones that can change this. And all we have to do is say no, and it just changes. It's almost that easy. But we don't think it's that easy. So we still perpetuate this cycle that keeps us locked down.
You're right, my brother. And you know, I'm gonna tell you something else.
Add something to that.
Yeah, please do.
I think ultimately what my brother is saying is, and brother Sanchez, I'd like to applaud you, man, because I don't know if you know, like, how deep you go when you speak, because you be bringing it. But anyway, what you're teaching, your teachings in itself, you're talking about something that's very important. You're talking about us as a human race restoring. You're talking about restoring balance.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's really deep. It sounds easy, but it's not. That's actually should be something we all should be aiming for, because that's something we forgot.
Yeah.
They have completely flipped everything upside down. And everything is so, it's about being macho and masculine. These men overthrew the mother, or trying to. You know what I'm saying? And right now, what you're teaching is you're trying to restore balance in every aspect of life. That's huge. And if people actually get it and understand where you're coming from, what you are actually teaching, don't y'all understand what that means? If we can all restore balance, everything else will fall into place. So yeah, man, that's why I'm just sitting there absorbing this information. And man, it is deep, brother. And we just keep on learning, man.
It is go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, well, I was just gonna I talked to this brother last night for quite some time, and he's on the same tip. You know what I'm saying? He was dropping some deep knowledge, some knowledge that the people that are like on the basic just waking up level, they don't really get, and they kind of think it's funny. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Dread, you know what I'm talking about? King Wayne. So I don't know if you want to bring him on here, but he's not. I think he's misunderstood. He needs an interpreter. I was just telling him that last night. I need to follow him around, be his interpreter, because he's trying to say the same thing, and that is. Go ahead.
Well, yeah. I don't want to really just get him on when he come on. Get him on. I'm always live. Put the link out there. Let's not. I want to get to some meaty subjects. And shout out to my brother Rob Dizzle and everybody on the panel. I don't want my fire to burn out. I'm my flame going away, and I'm feeling like it's some deep energy in the air where we talk about this mother, this dark energy, going to this darkness, Mother Nature, balance, balanced, male attraction, masculine, feminine. I like the way we're going right there. Now, if you got anybody you want to put on a panel, hey, this shit's so easy to do. let me know. I'll shoot them the invitation. But check this. What I want to say to stay on subject is I just explained a lot of stuff. And I'm pretty sure that it's some questions that were either in a chat or either on a panel or somebody even wanted to expound on some of that stuff.
That's a good idea.
Because that's what the I just wanted y'all to know the feedback on that.
Yeah, it's a good idea because it's the crux of the issue. It's what's important. It's kind of like back to the beginning almost. You know, if we understand all this stuff, that's what begins your journey to a higher consciousness. So I agree, it's very important, and I do believe I believe there's energy in everything. You know what I'm saying? So there's energy in that masculine, essence, just as there is in the feminine. And I believe this dark order, this group of, whatever you want to call them, I think they realized how to control that part of it, and so they just used. They used all the power that they can get from this masculine essence. You know what I'm saying? And you can see it. It's littered through everything. It's this. Even in scriptural text, it's our Father and all. I mean, but it's deep. It's even deeper than that. It's a very masculine type, paradigm, and that balance that Sanchez taught, that can change everything. That's why the information is so important. Because
bro, it changed me, bro. That's how I know it's deep.
What's crazy about it is when we talk about all of that balance and everything, and you see the bee goddess with her arms out balancing them scales. Oh, let me hold on. So right here, right? The Dogon to the right see what happened was this. All of the fish talk, all of this talk about, if you think of Jupiter and Neptune and them early Greek gods, patriarch Greek gods, they had a trident and a fish tail. Those were attributes of the Great Mother. She had a Nagini tail. She was the mermaid. And the trident is the damn balancing scales. The balancing scales is the sword of the soldier. If you don't weigh up right, they slice you, just like the mother do. Your heart got to be light as a feather. So what I'm telling you is this. When you say sword, you're saying S word. It's not sword, it's S word. So what's the S word? The S word is shh. So the S word is simply silence, the quiet spot, the meditation spot. The S word is just what the snake do. The snake has the way the snake move is the rhythm of life, the wave of life. But the snake became evil today. Everything good is evil today. In the ancient world, a snake was the holy symbol. So the S word that they scared of is the snake. Why? That snake was wrapped around that tree. Who is that? We got to deal with that snake. Because you got to think about it. It was the snake doing all the goddamn talking in the garden. Remember in the garden, we was doing so good and the snake opened his damn mouth and fucked it all up. So let's investigate who that snake was for a minute. Let's do. Let me pull up some slides here. So when we talk about that snake, I'm about to show y'all how the new world order that you living in today came to be. Just bear with me. You see the snake that was wrapped around the snake that was wrapped around the pole. Can y'all see my screen? Let me share this. All right, let's get to some more teachings right quick, and I'll hop back to the panel. Here's my eye. I want y'all to look at this like a concept, not even as a deity. Remember just a minute ago, when I put up the A-Phi-A symbol and I said A-Phi-A, and I said Eve, E-V-E. Remember that code, y'all. Yin, serpent, yang. Okay? It all needs each other. It's one symbol of balance. But to move on, as you look at my art, yin symbol, the left wing would be E. My art would be V. And the right wing would be E. You see, this or that, man and woman, but they both come from a woman. That's why my art is always a woman, because she represents the primordial source. She represents that darkness in the beginning. Why? Because darkness means balance. You cannot sleep if it's not dark. Try sleeping in a lit room. Darkness is the ultimate state of balance. And you can see it as darkness, and nothing escapes the darkness. You can't reach the darkness. You can look up in the sky at the darkness, but you'll never make it to it, because it's the same concept like a child can never give birth to a mother. Only a mother can birth a child. You'll never see a newborn baby come out of a mama's womb. Put it this way, you'll never see a newborn baby pregnant giving birth to a grown lady. It'll never happen that way. Only a grown lady will give birth to newborn babies. It don't matter if you're a male or a female. It's gonna be a grown woman giving birth to you. So the adult woman primordial source, the female species. So when I say EVE, remember what I just told you about the woman. She got arches and breasts and vaginas. But what part of the woman body do you need to deal with to create life? The vagina. You can rub on her breast and suck on her breast. You can smack her on her booty, but you got to go and deal, you got to penetrate that vagina to create a baby. That's important because that vagina is the middle point. It's in between the legs. Just like ma'at, it's in between the scales. Just like if you look at the left scale as E and you look at ma'at as V and the right scale as E, you get E. But think about it. Ma'at is the V. She the vagina. She the womb. She give birth to it all. She the darkness. Just like in between that woman's legs where the life come from, inside of that hole is darkness. The baby being formed in darkness. Then it comes out of that darkness and it travels down the canal of that vagina and it comes out into the world and it see light for the first time. But light is always second. Darkness is always first. And it goes back to Star Wars. Remember Darth Vader? But think about it. The good guy is Luke the Skywalker. Luke the Skywalker wear white. He represents the light side, the light forces of light. But his daddy represents evil, and his daddy is called Darth Vader. But think about it. It's his daddy. Evil gave birth to the light. When you look at Star Wars, they telling you what I'm telling you now, y'all. Evil, the night sky gave birth to the daytime that we enjoy. The sun is just the son of the mother, Nut. When you look up at the sky, you looking at the sky goddess Nut. They always drew her as blue or black. She gave birth to the sun and the moon. She creates the day. But you got to remember, the day is short. It's more night period than day. Just like during the daytime, you can fly up above the sun and keep flying up, and you'll make it to the night again. Because the night sits behind the day. The day can't sit behind the night. The sun, in other words, like I always tell y'all, the sun can't look down upon darkness. The sun shining so bright because of the mother's creation. The mother created that sun to shine bright and shine and go forth on its circuit. And because of it, it can never replace the mother, which created it. So it can never look down upon darkness. Wherever this, think about it. Think about this, right? Think if you were the sun, you bright as hell. No matter where you at, whenever you at, you will never look down upon darkness because you bright. The sun can't see darkness. It's impossible for the sun to see darkness. It can only see light, but based on how bright it is. It can only look down for its whole existence and only see light. But the darkness, from where the darkness is above, it's experiencing the darkness, and it's looking down upon the sunshine, experiencing the light. Just like a damn artist paint a picture, and the picture on the canvas don't even know that the artist that painted it is looking at it saying, look at my work, boy. I'm going to add me some more birds right here. I'm going to put me a little lake right here. I mean, he got his colors out and he's painting on that canvas. But the art on the canvas is not even conscious of the artist. The moment the art on the canvas becomes conscious of the artist, something magical happens. The art on the canvas begin to ascend off of the canvas back into the mind of the artist, and they become one again. Just like a student-teacher relationship, yin and yang, it can't escape itself. So what I'm saying is, what makes you a student is studying. What makes you a teacher is teaching. As long as you study, you're going to teach. And as long as you teach, you're going to study. So everyone that's a teacher is a student. You can't be one or the other. You can only be them both, because the only way you can only be a teacher is if you just stop studying. Student means study. Since all teachers study, all teachers are students. So what am I saying here? I'm saying that everyone is a woman. Don't come to me with the homosexual talk and say, Brother Sanchez, you know, that's some gay crap. No, come on now, men, be masculine. Don't misinterpret what I'm saying. I'm saying that even when you say masculine, what's the root word of masculine? Ma. It's ma. What's the root word of man? Ma. I'm saying that before you was anything, you was a woman. When you was being formed in your mama's fetal sac, man, you didn't have a penis. You had a vagina first. And if you study the biology, the human creation process, you'll see everything is female first. The reason that is important is because men, in order for you to conquer this reality, in order for a man to become his greatest version, he had to push his ego to the side and interact with the feminine part of himself. Now, when I say feminine, people think I'm telling men to go out switching and sounding like women. No. What I'm saying when I tell men to get in contact with their feminine side, I'm telling men, don't be so fucking hard to where you can't pick up a rose and touch a rose and smell it and say, man, this rose is beautiful. I love Mother Nature. You know, you can't be so damn, like you got men who's so damn tough today, you can't even have a conversation with them. Like I saw one comedy skit the other day where the comedian was joking, but it's really the truth. Where the dude was like, don't pass me no damn red Kool-Aid, nigga, like that shit is too feminine. Basically exaggerating it like, you know, it's like they got us so hard where you ain't interacting with Mother Nature because she's feminine. So we so hard that the male species feel better and feel more satisfied by destroying Mother Nature. So you in a backwards world today where man not connected with the feminine side, meaning man don't give a fuck about the trees. Once you start saying all that, they say, man, that's that soft ass save the world shit, Brother Sanchez. No, you need to get in contact with Mother Nature. That's the feminine side. Like that's the side when you look at a waterfall with a bunch of pansies and daisies and flowers. That's Mother Nature is feminine. Now, whether you want to accept that or not, you know, it's all on you, but you'll never unlock the secrets of the creation till you come to grasp the fact that the creator is feminine. Now, what you're perceiving as masculine energy is nothing but the destructive force of the mother. The mother destroys and rebuilds. It's kind of like breathing in and out, or kind of like when a male penis enters a vagina, it actually breaks the walls. It's actually penetrating those vaginal walls, and there's friction going on there, and there's a kind of hurt joy situation going to where there's slight pain, but it's joyful to the woman. In fact, it's kind of like any of you familiar with sex, you're dealing with women, you know what I'm talking about. Women know what I'm talking about. Even during pregnancy, there's this love-pain connection where it hurt like hell to get this baby out. But man, this is a beautiful baby. You know, you pick up that rose for the first time, that thorn gonna stick your ass. But the rose is still beautiful though, you know? But you learned something. You know how to pick it up next time. Be more gentle with nature. And that's what going back with the feminine side mean. Chill. You ain't got to prove you tough. The guys out there trying to sound all extra hard, them the undercover gays, y'all. All of these rappers putting out the hard music, they fucking each other. But then they'll say, Brother Sanchez, you sound soft. Like Dr. Layla Africa, he sounds soft. But this is what an intelligent man who ain't trying to overprove his masculinity sound like. I'm comfortable with myself. My woman know I'm not gay. It's the hard men out there, the ones from prison trying to be tough with that. So it all goes back to the lack of balance. The boule, the secret societies, all that homosexual stuff we was talking about earlier, relevant to this, because when you look at the Christian cross, you're looking at two phalluses. One long, one short. Now, I ain't gonna get into that, but that's pedophilia. It explains why them popes be messing with them little boys. This is part of ritual, part of their male ritualship. This started in Egypt. They take you when you're young and they give you a mentor. What is a mentor? The mentor is the first man that the young man have sex with. This come from Greek mythology. The word, not Greek mythology, Greek culture. The word mentor comes from Greek culture, but the concept of a mentor comes from Kemet and probably even before then. But I know in pre-dynastic time, during the age of the mother, the first hunting cults started this stuff. We were vegans on plant-based diets, and women gardeners ruled the earth. So when you go back to the Garden of Eden, you can see why they put all the blame on the woman, and they put it all on her. They said because she bit an apple that fucked the whole world up and got us off balance today. But the reason we off balance today is not because the woman bit the apple. It's because the men started biting the animals in the garden. We didn't supposed to start hunting men. Men, the great mothers who ruled this earth, those women gardeners, they forbid us to hunt the animals. But the first male cults were hunters. They left the villages. They went out there hunting. They got the village people addicted to meat, y'all. We still addicted to meat today. The people run the world. They control the meat industries, the slaughterhouses. And it's all dealing with the destruction of Mother Nature. That when the animals are being persecuted, then nature is being persecuted because they all got a role to play. The cows don't supposed to be billions in slaughterhouses. They supposed to be migrating the earth, helping spread the grass seeds and grow the plants. This is a fucking paradise that they've destroyed in front of our faces, packaging it up on shelves, making you consent with it. Nature put the orange on a tree, and when it's hanging from the tree, it will stay, it won't rot. As long as that apple hanging on that tree branch, whenever you get hungry, you'll pull it off of there and you'll eat it. But if you don't want it, it'll stay connected to that tree and keep being fed by that tree. But what they do is they pull all the fruit off of the tree and they put it in a bag and put it in their store because they don't want you to interact with the tree. They don't want you to go to the North Pole to the tree of life, y'all. They don't want you to go out in nature to pick your own fruit off of the tree to interact with Mother Nature. So they pick it for you and they put it in a bag and they put their brand on it. They put their face on it so you can say you got it from them. That's deception. You got it from nature. So man get all the credit, but nature does all the work. And it has to stop. It has to stop with everything in me, y'all. I can go horse every day, but I'm gonna fight this fight for Mother Nature, and balance gotta be restored. You see, when you look at this picture in front of you, when I start learning all of this stuff, I cried a lot. It hurts, man. And I'm gonna tell you why. Heaven we can all experience if it was just balance, simple balance. Heaven is even. The H is silent. So again, we go back to the Garden of Eden. That was balance. That was balance, y'all. They weren't hunting the animals. The lions weren't biting Adam and Eve. The animals weren't fighting each other. The animals in the garden were all vegetarians. The animals in the garden were all vegans. They telling you a story, y'all. They telling you a story of when we had heaven on earth. The people that started hunting those animals were males. We didn't listen to our grandmas. The males started going out hunting the animals and they kicked us out of the garden. It's a chain reaction that created the hell that we in today. The first hunters who started hunting, after that, it fucked up the Earth's ecosystem. The moment we started hunting the animals, it threw everything off, y'all. The animals started hunting each other, and it haven't been right ever since. Now we live in a world where it's prey and predator. Everything is hunting something. But when you look at all of the predators, all of the ecosystems start from the plant. It starts from the plant eaters. The chain was broken when we left the garden, when we stopped eating the plants and we got on the meat-based diets. The meat-based diet goes hand in hand with the globe and all of the religions, y'all. I know you can't see it, but they all go together. It's because the creator who creates the globe don't care what you do to the animals. He tell you he got the whole world in his hands and he give man dominion over the animals. We don't have dominion over the animals, y'all. You gonna pay for what you done to the animals, y'all. Some of the ancestors teach that we reincarnate through the animals, y'all. So your hell may not be a burning fire. You may become one of them cows in that slaughterhouse if the ancestors was right. Something to think about. You may want to start undoing your karma because the one that balances the scales don't have a respect of person. There's no one that's going to pay for your wrongdoings. There's a law called karma. It's called ma'at. You're going to learn your lesson. Let me show you how nature works. And I love it to death. I love Mother Nature to death, I do. Let me show you how she works. When you go out into the forest, Mother Nature gonna teach you a lesson. If you pick up the wrong plant and bite it, and it poison you, that don't mean Mother Nature don't love you. You may die in that forest, but that don't mean Mother Nature don't love you. She teaches in a very serious way. That's why we gotta get it together, y'all. You see, that rose gonna prick your hand if you touch that thorn. That snake will bite you if you make it feel like it's threatened. That snake, which is a part of nature, its venom will kill you. But that don't mean that snake hates you. The snake don't have a concept of hate. The animal don't have a concept of love and hate. The animal only have a concept of balance. Once you threaten the balance of that animal, it attacks. It just want to be balanced. So the ultimate thing, when we talk about good and evil, you got to look at this picture in front of you of Ma'at. There is no force called good and there is no force called evil. There's a force that's called balance. And within balance, there's negative, positive, left, right. So this is how this works. Think about it. If you look at Ma'at, you never see Ma'at with one of the scales hanging lower than the other one. That's blasphemous. They're going to always be equal. So this is symbolic. It simply means that to find harmony, balance, what are we all seeking? Balance, sovereignty. It's all ties into Mother Nature, Ma'at. You don't want to work every day for another man as a slave, but what are you working for? You're working to buy shit that Mother Nature give you for free. But think about what men will do. Us men will join militaries and we will go kill and fight for other men so that those men can provide us with food and water. But we'll never take those guns and just kill the fucking men who controlling the food and water. Think about it, y'all. We go and risk our lives so men can give us food and water. But we won't risk lives to take control of the food and water that we fucking risking our lives for them to spoon feed us. But we'll risk it out to us. And if you don't work, you don't eat, you don't drink water. So you go to war and you fight wars for men so you can drink water, so you can eat food. But you won't go to war to take over the river, to take back over Mother Nature's plain. Says a lot. So they say this type of logic I have is feminine, it's soft, because I'm saying save Mother Nature. I'm telling a bunch of men to use your goddamn anger and your toughness to fight on Mother Nature's behalf. Interpret that and call it feminism because I'm showing y'all a bunch of pictures of these goddesses. They'll misconstrue the whole message of balance. So let's go back to the garden and deal with this image in front of you. But before I do that, I can't see what's going on. Let me see if I'm still rolling good. Oh, I'm still good?
Yeah, good money.
Okay. I'm going to say this and I'm going to let my panel build on what I'm saying. Right? Let's deal with this for a minute, y'all. This is very deep what you're looking at with my art balance in these scales. You are looking at so much with this one image, y'all. Okay, I need you guys to look at this image and I'm gonna need you to use your imagination because I don't have my slide presentation software going, but think with me. And I'm gonna show y'all how the symbol you're looking at now ties into your whole everything in your reality is one code, y'all. Now check it out. Think of that left scale as the sun. Think of the right scale as the moon. And think of Ma'at as the North Pole. Now is it making sense to you guys? Sun, moon, North Pole. They hide the mother from you because they give you the sun big as hell in the center with the earth balled up, revolving around it, and they got the North Pole tilted, wobbling, tilted. That's blasphemous. The North Pole is the great mother. They give you Santa Claus and they give you reindeer, but the reindeer is the mother. She's the deer who reigns, mother deer. And that bright red nose, you know, Rudolph had a bright red nose, and he was the reindeer who was in the front of the sleigh. And this is symbolic, y'all. The bright red nose is Polaris, the North Star, y'all. Rudolph, bright red nose, and the North Pole, Santa Claus, is Polaris. Polaris means pole, Polaris. It's the pole star. And it's the eye of God in some cultures, but became Rudolph, bright red nose with Santa at the North Pole. But it's proof that we all look up to the same, up at the same creator. On the globe, they hit that, y'all. You see, flat earth cosmology puts you on a stage. It puts you in the courtroom. And who's the great judge? The one you looking at now. The judge hammer shapes like Ma'at. The judge hammer shapes like Ma'at. The judge wears the robe to represent the divine feminine. The pastor wears the robe to represent the mother, the divine feminine. Males, when you go to sleep at night, do you wear boxers or do you wear a damn gown robe? Your woman wear the robe, the gown. You never see the man with the gown on, just like you never see the man balancing the scales in ancient Kemet. I'm telling y'all how men hijacked it, y'all. Women rule the world, you women. I love you. Rule this world, women. There were no wars. You women wouldn't send your children to war. You wouldn't let them fight. You know what you women would do when two men start fighting? You would get in between them. And guess what you would do? You would spread your arms out like Ma'at, and you would break up the fight, women. Think about it. We do it today. When two men are about to fight, we restore balance by stepping in between them and spreading our arms out like Ma'at. And when we do that, we stop fights and we bring peace. So there's a lot of magic to the image you're looking at right now. And I can go on for days about this, but I just don't have the time and the resources to put all of it together. It's so much I want to teach. But like I said, you restore peace with this, y'all. You break up fights like this. Why? You splitting in the Red Sea. When they tell you in the Red Sea in the Bible, when it was being split, they giving y'all this stuff in so many ways. She split the sea, sun and moon. The North Pole does it. And this is what causes the balance. So as we look at this, I want y'all to think about something. Sun, moon, North Pole. Ma'at is the North Pole. Now, let's think about something else. Okay? Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Here is the Wajet Cobra. This is the serpent goddess. Again, it's all about balance. Look at her arms. This is beautiful. Look at the breast. The breast symbolizes life, males. We attracted to them breasts. Is milk coming out of them. This is where they talking about a Milky Way. But look at the tail. The Nagini tail. She's the mermaid. That's the serpent goddess. Now let me show you something. Here again. Left, right, North Pole. Sun, moon, North Pole creates life. Think about it. This is the same thing I just showed y'all with Ma'at. The left hand is the sun. The right hand is the moon. In the middle is the mother. She's the North Pole. But I want to keep showing y'all different symbols so y'all can get this in y'all head. Let me go through some folders because y'all need to see how deep this is. Your lungs is the same way. And this is where your life, this is how you live, all right? Your lungs is like just as important as your heart, and that's all in the center. But the concept of EVE, left scale, right scale, ma'at in the middle, you know, it's even how your body is made. Left arm, right arm, head in the middle. Left eye, right eye, you know, left nostril, right nostril. It's one code. And even in this ancient art right here, you can see what I'm talking about. A balance and ball lanced. You see a ball, you see a linear lance, you see it balanced. 50-50, half, even. Everybody wins. Everybody wins when it's balanced, y'all. Here, in the tribal art, same thing. You see the X with the line, all right? Because he know what I know. I'm trying to share it with everybody. It's balance. Look here again. They showing this, the ancestors, it's just trying to tell us balance, y'all. It's just about balance. And when the world do this, we will see heaven. The creator will be revealed. When balance is restored, you will see nature the way it's supposed to be. Now, I want to drive one thing home before we go about balance. It's all around you in your art. You can see here the same concept, left, right, pole in the middle. But earlier, I showed you guys, I showed you Ma'at, and I showed you Ma'at with those wings spread. You know, here again, here she go. Think about it though. Here's the symbol that women use for fertility. This, we link women to the moon because the moon is the mother. Whenever y'all look in the sky, pay attention to your reality. You will never ever see the sun above the moon. If you ever observe the sky, the moon is always higher up than the sun, accompanying it, escorting it. It's like a mama walking behind her son saying, go ahead, baby, get your shine on. That's how the moon follows behind the sun. The night follows behind the day. The mama escort her son and let him shine, you know, and the moon is always higher than the sun. You know, the moon is the monitor, mommy, that's mama. You know, in Egypt, when you die and they wrap you up, they call you a mummy, because when you go in the ground, your casket is parallel to the plane. When your casket go in the ground, they lay you horizontal, parallel to the earth plane. They call it a plane because when they lay you in the ground, horizontal, parallel to the earth plane, your macabre is free and you fly away. So this word we use that's called a plane, it's U2, you're a plane. It's a macabre. So what I'm saying is the earth is an infinite plane. And it's also a macabre because the underworld below and the world above us with being the heavenly realm, and we in the mid realm. So when I say balance or ball lance, in the middle of that ball where the line at, that's what we standing on, the earth. And above us is the heavens, below us is the underworld, but it's all a code called balance or the cosmos. So we live on a part of that line or the horizon, the medium plane, and they call us human mediums. But what I want to show y'all is it's as above, so below. The way the cosmos is built, we have to actually act that out on its surface in our lives. So everything we do, because the creator built the cosmos with this code called balance, everything we do got to be balanced. Otherwise you will die. As above, so below. It's a cosmic code and it's called balance or balance. When the creator created the cosmos, the creator lanced a ball and you were placed on that lance or in that courtroom. You on a court and the creator is above you with the artist's view. And that's the great judge with the robe on, judging all actions. But that creator isn't outside of you. It's outside of you and inside of you. So when I say as above, so below, the creator that's outside of you that you may perceive of that's not happy with your actions is just your own guilty conscience. You can only believe in a creator that's up there in the clouds looking at you fucking up. But it don't matter if that creator literally exists or not. That creator exists as your consciousness. The fact that you think it's one there governs your actions because you don't know. That's the mystery of the mother. That's just like a child that done something wrong. They don't know if they're going to get a whooping or not. And the worst thing a mother can do is to not let you know, because you're going to be asleep at night like, she may wake my ass up out my sleep with them switches. Your mama did it before. It's the mystery of not knowing that make it scary. So it's like, you know you fucking up and an ass whooping coming with it. So it's a conscience in you that know if it's a creator, that creator ain't gonna be happy with it just like you. So you actually creating your own law. Think about it. A retarded person may pick up a gun and shoot somebody, but they can't be held accountable because they don't know what the fuck they doing. But somebody who willingly doing wrong, they can feel it. Some inside of them know they fucking up. That's the creator. But to get back on track, when we look at Ma'at and balance, with the wings spread, left wing, right wing, and Ma'at in the middle, it's the same phases of the moon. And if you look at this picture here, you can see the same concept. All right. And if you look at the woman in the middle, what she got on her head is reindeer horns. And you see that in a lot of tribal cultures. They still do that today. Anyway, they put those horns on the devil and they gave the devil a trident to desecrate all of this, just like they blamed all of the shit on a woman in the Garden of Eden, when really it's the man's fault. Man's so goddamn dumb. Man destroyed this earth every day and he think he's so smart. He fucking goes on in his calamity and his ego, destroying Mother Nature, but thinking that he's so smart. But the ancient people knew nothing that y'all know today, but they didn't have none of the problems that we have. An animal don't gotta go and work for food. You think you so damn intelligent, but you can't create your own water and produce your own food. You think you so damn intelligent, but you gotta go to work every day, but yet the simple bird can provide its own food. The animals can provide food for themselves. They don't gotta work for nobody. The animals can feed their whole family simply by going to Mother Nature, that which you reject just to go to your goddamn 9 to 5. And you will work that 9 to 5 and you will join the military and you will give your life because you think man is smart and you upholding this new way of living because we're so intelligent today, you know. But when you look at us today with all of our intelligence and gadgets, it's all to disconnect you from interacting with outside. It's all to disconnect you from simply, when you get hungry, instead of you saying, let me go out and get an apple or an orange off of this tree, you say, Man, let me go to work and make this money so I can go give it to the cashier and get my orange out of this man's bag. It's ludicrous. But to get back on subject, you can see that woman with them reindeer horns on her head and is making a V, representing that vulva, that vortex, the vagina. The same thing that the Q dogs do. And I'll get into that in a future video. But I want y'all to see some of my slides and art of balance, and it's dealing with peace. But what you're looking at is the trident. It's a 3 pitchfork. It's a doggone trident, y'all. The great mother used to carry this around. From a top view, it looked like a flower. But you looking at a side view, it's a trident. They gave this to the devil to keep us away from balance, y'all. If you look at where all of this stuff connect, remember when I showed you Ma'at? You had left scale, right scale with Ma'at in the middle. Well, look at this picture. You got a left pedal called body, and you got a right pedal called mind. And Ma'at would be represented as spirit in the middle, balancing the body and mind. But what happens when they all come together? Right there in the middle, you get an eye, a yoni, a football shape. That football shape is the cosmic eye, the Vesica Pisces, and it's balance. It's when all of these elements come together and balance themselves out to create what we're calling reality right now. And if you can see my mouse pointer, when we deal with this art, you can see right here, it forms a V. This is a V, again, where it all is being created at the pole, the V, the vagina. So right there, and you go into the yoni. What you're looking at is like a woman's legs. This would be her butt cheeks. Think of a woman laying down on the bed, getting ready for sexual intercourse, but she's laying on her back with her legs up. And this bottom 2 arches would be her butt cheeks. And yes, this portal would be the yoni, the vagina. And I can pull up some art, some sacred geometry art to break that down in the future about the yoni, the sacred vagina art, the great mother. I'm going to pull that up in a minute, but I don't want to lose this. Look at here. Here's my art. Let's go back here. Let's deal with balance. Remember, left wing, right wing, Ma'at in the middle, balancing them both. Now what I want y'all to do is think about the Garden of Eden. Let me see if I can pull up the Garden of Eden. Because what happened you got to think about something, people. It's the name of the book that's talking about the tree of life and the Garden of Eden. That book is called Genesis. The word Genesis means genealogy, genetics, the beginning. The genie, remember the genie is the woman. She's the witch. She grants your wishes. You know, and basically, when you're dealing with Genesis, the beginning was the genies. See, this is how it goes here. I'm going to pull up, for example, for you, to give you a good example of what I'm talking about. Excuse me, give me a minute to search this. I think a quicker way to search this or going into this folder. Thank y'all for being patient and tuning in. Let me find something real quick. Here again, they done the same thing. I want y'all to look at this. All this is Ma'at. So I want you to think about something. Think about a yin yang symbol. You got your yin, you got your yang. Both of those symbols create a S in the middle. Earlier, I told you that the word sword is really the S word. And the S word is silence. You cannot meditate if you're not silent and you don't close your eyes. So it's something we see related to being quiet and going into the darkness. So when you go into the darkness, you shh. But now I'm finna really blow your fucking mind now. I'm about to blow you guys away. I want everybody right now to do just like this. Do the silent symbol. Do it with me. Come on, say shh. Do it. I want y'all to literally do that. The reason I ask you to do that, because when you do that, you just perform a balance ritual. Yeah. See, what happens is you take your index finger and you place your index finger in the middle of your lips. And when you do that, it's like creating ma'at. When you take your finger and you say, shh, in the middle of your lips, you create balance. Your finger splits your lips in the middle evenly. And that's a ritual of balance. So when you get silent, you can learn what I'm telling you now, because I was in a dark garage researching and my heart was beating, my hairs were standing up. And the more I learned, the more I didn't want to know, because I know explaining a lot of this shit would make you seem like a nutcase. That's when I found out that the people they call him nuts. I'm not a nut. I'm a nut. You see, I teach about Nut, the sky goddess Nut. In ancient Kemet, her name was Nut. And today, when you talk about the sky goddess Nut, you know what they say? They say you're a nutcase. They say you're a nut case, because you're talking about the moon mysteries and you're bringing about the secrets of the darkness that's been hidden by the occult. So I'm giving you hiding in secrecy. You see, the Pope don't worship a masculine deity. He worship a mother. They manifest their reality by pulling their will out of that darkness and controlling the collective consciousness. We were talking earlier about dreams and the way we dream, right? Well, think about this. If you anything like me, as a child, I had dreams about Candyman. I had a dream about Freddy Krueger when I was a child. So y'all got to really, really understand how deep the attack go. They own residence. The beast has taken residence in your dream state. Your children are going to sleep at night and having nightmares about shit on TV when they supposed to be going to a dark state, creating their own reality. That dark space is being hijacked. They're controlling our imaginative space. They're telling you what to imagine when you close your eyes. They're giving you your reality. And so when you close your eyes, that's the subconscious realm. You create from that realm. Whatever exists when you close your eyes is going to exist when you open them. So whatever is in your mind, your filthy ass mind, when you close your eyes, you need to get it out, because that's the reason the life you live in when you open your eyes is so fucked up and it ain't balanced. You got sick shit in your head that was planted there by these deceivers. It's because they got sick shit in their head. So the real matrix, the real trick of the mind is to control the thought realm. The thought realm is the darkness. That's the great mother. When you go to sleep at night, you don't supposed to be thinking about globes and space and cartoons and scary movies. That's your space. If you ain't got leadership and rulership over your own goddamn dream space, then we really slaves, y'all. We can't escape these people, y'all. We see them when we open our eyes. They control our life. Even when we go to sleep, they control our dreams. So what I do on my channel is I go back to the darkness. When you come on my channel, it's going to be a blackout in everything you ever thought you knew. That's why on this channel, you see a lot of cognitive dissonance. You see a lot of people that just can't accept what I'm saying. You know why? The truth hurts. Everybody know the lie feel good. That's why my channel isn't popular. Only for a few people who got consciousness and was born at this time and who was meant to make contact with me in my lifetime and share this experience. There's gonna be people that live who never know the shit I'm telling you. So let me get back with it. Ma'at, left scale, right scale, the mother balances them both in the middle. Sun, moon, the mother balances them both from the North Pole. This is literal shit. This ain't no damn mythology. Your compass point to the North Pole. Okay? This is real shit. The North Pole that our ancestors call a great mother. Now, with that being said, when I say left scale, right scale, mother in the middle, North Pole in the middle that they go around, if you look at this picture, now when I tell you about the S word, think about it, people. Look at the alphabet. S. It's a serpent. It's the waves that's in the water. It's also the symbol of life, because in the hospital, the waves mean life, right? So think about it. The waves, the curves are feminine. They represent the woman. And when we talk about the great mother and the attraction to that feminine energy, those arches, it's what sustains balance. So don't look at it in a sexual way right now. When I say the attraction to those arches, yes, it's in a sexual way too, because we can't escape this formula that the creator put in place. But on another level, your attraction to that arch, meaning your attraction to that artist. When I say your attraction to that art, it's your attraction to Mother Nature. Remember, Nook the sky goddess is bent over making the ark. So when I say your attraction to that ark, I'm saying your attraction to Mother Nature. She's represented by an arc or a curve. So I'm dealing with hieroglyphs, I'm dealing with literal concepts, and I'm dealing with mythology and etymology all at the same time. That's why it may seem confusing, but it all can be represented by you just writing the alphabet S. When you write the S, you just wrote the yin yang, because that's all the yin yang is. When you put the yin, put the yang, that gives the symbol its power. So when you look at this picture in front of you, Adam on the left would be yin, Eve on the right would be yang, and look what you got in the middle, a S or a serpent, a snake. But guess what though? If you listen to the story in the Bible, think about it. It was the snake that spoke and gave them the knowledge of good and evil. This is where it can get confusing. Don't think about good and evil as, you know, being bad or good, morality. Think about them as simply balance, good and evil, negative, positive, yin and yang. It's no such thing as good and evil. It's simply balance or chaos. And right now we're in chaos. Okay, so we say we live in an evil world, but it's not an evil world that's ruled over by some creature that controls evil. There's one creator. Her name is Ma'at. She balances the scales of good and evil. But you can create whatever reality you want based on how you balance your own scales in your own life, based on a collective consciousness. So what I mean is nature is always balanced, but man can be unbalanced. And because of that, we would say nature is not balanced. That's the illusion. Nature is always balanced. It's just us creating a reality that's not balanced. Nature ain't shit but the background. Think about it. If a comedian get on stage and tell bad jokes, it ain't the stage fault. If a comedian get on stage and tell bad jokes, it's not the stage fault. We live in a fucked up world, and it ain't nature fault. It ain't the creator's fault. It's because the people that's controlling the world ain't telling us the truth about the creation. Therefore, we fucking up the creation. Your experience can't be good in a fucked up creation. How do you continually create a fucked up creation? By telling the people that the person that created this creation fucked up, i.e. the creator. How do they do that? The people who give you your science give you your religion. So they tell you that the person who created your science, think about it. The solar system is fucking not balanced. It's chaotic. It's asteroids and comets and all of that shit. They had to give you that to get you dependent on them. Again, they can only rule by hiding Mother Nature's perfection and creating chaos. Remember, y'all, it's order out of chaos. The moment order is restored, Mother Nature prevails and everybody live in peace. But they got to create the wars. They got to keep the TV on with black versus white. You wrong, I'm right, this and that. When we all I'm saying is we all get back to nature. And she will restore herself. Once all of the minds that's all part of the creation gets focused on the creation, then we will see the creation. Think about it. Think about it, y'all. Think about what I just said. Can a camera focus on some shit that you don't focus on? It's a button on the camera called a focus button. If you don't adjust that, then the picture gonna be blurred. So you got the focus. And focus is a mental ability. So the collective consciousness on earth isn't focused on the creation. We focused on sports. We focused on love and hip hop. We focused on bullshit. But the moment everybody get focused on Mother Nature, like how I am right now, and I'm not trying to sound egotistical, I'm very passionate about restoring balance and us getting back on track, humanity. Once everybody gets serious and focused like that and we're willing to give your life and die for this shit to restore balance, then it'll be restored, okay? Simple as that, but you can't be no wussy. Can't be scared of nothing. You see, I'm going to tell y'all something. Once I realized that darkness is associated with the Great Mother, when I realized that upon death, you close your eyes and you go to the Great Mother, she's represented by the darkness. Listen, man, I'm not scared of nothing. I would be that guy that's still talking shit to you with a gun in my face. Gun pointed in my face, I'll still be there talking shit. Because you just don't care no more. I really have no fears. I mean, really. I really have no fears. It is what it is. I used to have one of my biggest fears, for example, was being in the middle of the ocean at night. Being in the middle of the ocean at nighttime, just, floating and no land nowhere. Guess what? Right now, what I've been trying to do lately when I go to sleep, I've been trying to astral project there. So at night now, what I do is when I go to sleep, I picture that. I think about that ocean. I think about it being nighttime. And I try to make myself have that dream just so I can be brave. So what it is to take control of your dreams. I know I'm all over the place, but if Mother Nature put it in my heart to go here, I'm going to keep going here. I'll hop back over to my art. I want to give y'all some real game, something that I want y'all to start doing. When you go to sleep at night, look forward to dreaming. When you dream, try to remember that you're dreaming. Don't forget, don't get caught up in the dream thinking it's real. Now, when you dream and you realize you're dreaming, that's called lucid dreaming. Now, when you get to the level when you're doing that, which I am, now you can start mastering your reality and conquering your fears. So again, one of my biggest fears was, like I said, being in the ocean at middle of night. So what I'm starting to do now is my goal. I'm trying to astral project through. I'm trying to create that reality in my dream world, my lucid state. So I haven't done it yet, but I will do a video and share that with y'all. But what I want to do is I want to enter that lucid dream, and I want to be in the water, in the ocean. Now, keep in mind, I know I'm going to be kind of scared, but I'm looking forward to it, and I'm excited because it's not real. Not real. It's an illusion. So what I want to do the next time I have that dream is when I'm in the water, when I'm in the ocean at night, and when I start feeling the fear feeling, I just want to just start smiling, and I just want to just start swimming, you know, ignoring that feeling and just choosing what the fuck I want to feel. Like sometimes you can be feeling sad, but you force a smile and a laugh, and you actually start feeling happy. Sort of that, like you dominate your damn dreams. Like if I'm feeling sad and I don't want to feel sad, then why the fuck am I feeling sad? Don't you control your emotions? Why would you sit there keep feeling sad when happiness is just a choice away? You control your emotions. So with all that being said, the same thing in the dream state. Why would you chill in a dream that you scared of? I would try to have that dream every night till I enter that dream and conquer that motherfucker. And I don't know if y'all remember this movie called Dragon. It was with Bruce Lee. And what I'm telling y'all is the same thing Bruce Lee went through in that movie. He was having a dream about this demon who kept beating his ass. And it was his goal to try to conquer that demon in his dream. But in that movie, the demon actually conquered Bruce Lee and he died. When the demon conquered him in his dream, he actually died in real life. So that we manifest our reality in the dream state, in that dark realm. And again, I said all of that because that goes back to the Great Mother. So when you go to the Middle East and you see them marching around that black box, they just worshiping the black womb. Today we call it the Saturn Hex Cube, and they turn it into spookism because, again, everything dealing with the woman, they want to desecrate it and scare you. Like I told you, they gave the horns. The fucking horns is holy. That's what we put on the head of the woman to represent her crown. But they gave it to the damn devil to keep you away from all of this shit that I'm telling you. The people who giving you religion, they ain't telling you that the one they calling evil is the one you need to be fucking with. So people say I worship the devil because they see me paying homage to tridents and women with horns. So they say Brother Sanchez is an evil ass nigga. But if they listen to what I'm saying, they'll see that the symbols I'm using has been corrupted to keep you away from them. So yeah, I love the damn horns and the trident. And the serpent in the garden, they told you that serpent was the devil. But again, y'all, this shit make me want to cry, man. It make me want to cry because I just told y'all, right scale, Ma'at in the middle. Now, when you look at this artwork, Ma'at would be that snake on a tree, giving us the game, giving us the wisdom of balance, teaching us how to balance the scales. But the people who kicked us out of the damn garden, told you that the snake on a tree was bad. They told you that the snake on a tree corrupted the woman and fucked everything up when it was the total opposite. It was Adam bitch ass over there on the left. It was all of these men who y'all see me arguing with. Me and my brother, you been exposed. Shout out to my brother Dreads, man. Subscribe to my brother channel. He fucking battling this shit with me, along with a lot of these people on the panel. Because the people we dealing with now, they corrupted by the fucking same patriarchs who hate the woman. That's why that man sat up there and defended all of that homosexuality. Because he can't see that we don't know about the mother. The first male hunters who went out there hunting animals and kicked us out of the garden, when they went out from the village and went into the woods killing the animals, they was breaking the law of nature. The women during them time wrote the law books. Men didn't make the law. We was the enforcers. Shit is backwards today. Man make the law today. Women made the law. Men enforced the law. But anyway, back in the day, the women made the law because they understood nature. They knew the secrets of the seeds and the plants and the herbs. And everybody was vegan, so we was dependent on that knowledge. In order for those males to rule the world, the first thing they had to do was take you off your mama titty. If you want to kill a baby, you can just cut the nipple away. If you take the nipple away, the baby can't drink the damn breast milk and the baby will die. So how did the first male patriarchs, when they started creating a new world order, how did they convince all of the children of the earth to go along with this shit? Do your research and you will see it was something called vampirism. All of these religions require blood. Those first male hunters, when they went out hunting the animals, they gave the villagers a thirst for blood. They snuck meat back into the villages. The mothers who were in control of the villages would not allow the eating of meat. It was forbidden. It was forbidden to hunt the animals, y'all. In the pre-dynastic time forbid man to hunt the animals because it will fuck up the ecosystem. We're in a very sensitive environment. We're in an environment that for every damn cause, there's an effect. It's a chain reaction. Then when you talk about the Garden of Eden and being kicked out of the garden, you tell me which one make most sense. A fucking talking snake convincing a woman to bite an apple, or men hunting the animals, building slaughterhouses, taking the cows and the animals away from the earth so that they don't, you see, listen, y'all, listen. Everything have a divine role. The animals got to eat all of the grass, and when they shit, they plant seeds. They help the trees grow. The cows graze on the grass, and they help Mother Nature spread the seeds among the earth. So in the beginning, when every animal was vegan, fruitful, because the plants want you to eat them. Listen, y'all, oranges smell like citrus. When you walking by an orange tree or you walking by an apple tree, it's giving off an aroma saying, come and pick me and eat me. You see, nature got a perfect design where when you bite into an orange, every now and then you're going to swallow a seed, and that's okay, because when you take a dump on the ground, that seed is going to be in your poop, and your poop is some great fertilizer. And you see, when we was living in peace on this earth, eating off of the trees, we was pooping on the ground, helping Mother Nature spread and grow more food. Think about it, y'all. When you was living in a world like that, the more food you ate, the more food we grew. Think about it. It's just the opposite today. Today, the more we eat, because it food eating animals. The animals reproduce themselves at a fast enough rate to support our meat and blood addiction. And the meat eating days, they call it the golden of years ago. Some people will want to debate that, but this was the time every living organism depended on the plants. Again, in order for those first male hunters to rule the world, they had to get all of the village people. They had to stop all of the village people from being dependent on plants. See, the women rule because they control the garden. All the women plant in the gardens today. My grandma had a garden. All of y'all grandmas got garden. Gardening and planting plants is something that's associated with women. Women love plants. Women will kill you if you step on 8 plants, or women have a thing for plants. That ain't no manly thing. We don't care about plants. What do men say? Men say, let's go fishing, let's go hunting. And that's where we fucked up, man. Men, our role as men is not hunters. They lied to you. Our role as men is builders. The people who hiding what I'm telling you today, they call themselves Masons. And what they say we builders. And architectures, they all Masons. And this is a job that's associated with brick building, brick masonry. When you stack bricks and you deal with building, that's called brick mason or masonry. But the secret society is called Masons too, because the whole concept of building, the creator was the first builder or architect who created the firmament home. Now all of our houses shaped like a capital A, or the sky god is nut bending over. The line that's in the middle of that capital A is the earth plane. That's Gale. The letter A is just the angle or the angel. The angel is not a fucking winged creature in heaven. The angel is the angle. What's the angle? I just told you. The arches, the vortex, the V, the woman, the vagina. So yes, she's the angel. She's the Trinity angel. Why? Why do you say Trinity angel, Brother Sanchez? Because when you take 3 of these angles, you create a triangle, a Trinity angel. So again, Ma'at would be the serpent on this tree who was giving us balance. The serpent spoke and gave yin and yang, good and evil. But the story was corrupted and you were kicked out of a garden. And now today you got to work to eat because you only want to eat meat. If everybody on earth were vegans, that would be a threat, because everybody would potentially have the potential to feed themselves just by owning a garden in their backyard. So they rule the world by our meat dependency. And that's where it started, all of it, y'all. You want to know how the world go from sugar to shit? It all is the way we eat. The biggest Holocaust on earth is not the fucking Africans, is not the Jews, is not the humans. The biggest Holocaust on earth is still going on now in the slaughterhouse, creating your McDonald's and your Burger King. The animals have been persecuted way longer and way more than what humans have. We can't complain. Ain't nobody been through it like the animals on the earth as a result of our damn stupidity. So in order for Mother Nature to prevail, you got to first have compassion for the damn animals. You got to first say, God damn it, You see, let me tell y'all something. Brother Sanchez don't eat no meat. But you know why I don't eat meat? It ain't because I want to be healthy. See, let me expose something. I'm going to go off subject real quick. And I'm going to get back. But I'm going to expose a lot of these vegans out there. A lot of these vegans out there, I give them props. They healthy. They promote veganism. But guess what, though? They ain't promote balance. They don't give a fuck about the earth. They just care about you not eating meat and you having a good ass shape and you looking good. The hell with all that. I didn't become a vegetarian because I wanted to get my health right. I became a vegetarian because I got tired of hurting the animals. I'm going to tell y'all something right now. You really selfish when you think about it. You really a selfish person if you become a vegetarian or a vegan because you want to get your health right instead of the fact that you fucking up some other animal's health, ripping them apart to make a damn hamburger out of them. You say, I'm going to stop eating this hamburger so I can get my health right. Your health wrong because your health starts in your damn mentality. You can be a vegan and still die quick because you ain't got the right thoughts. You ain't got healthy thoughts. So we got to go to the mind. You got to have compassion. You got to be merciful. And yeah, a lot of people crucify me. They say, Brother Sanchez, gone with that love and light energy. But I'm here to restore balance in a world where love and light energy ain't popular. Hate is dominant. Murder is dominant. Violence is dominant. Killing is dominant. So Brother Sanchez come along with a little love and light, a little Mother Nature. And we're going to need a lot of that to restore balance. If you look at my scales, if one of those scales got all of that hate and murder that I just told you about, and it's only a little bit of love on one of the scales, start putting out a whole bunch of love and a lot of love energy on the other scale with the love so we can bring the balance back even. Because right now, it's a lot of hate, a lot of evil, for lack of better words. But when I come with the love to even the scales out, people say, man, don't come with all that love energy. What the hell are you talking about? It ain't we got enough hate energy. But to get back on what I'm saying, balance can't be restored unless you get everybody get compassion. And that's part of going back to that feminine side. So like they tell you don't be soft when you kill some shit. I know when my uncles taught me how to hunt, when I killed my first animal, I felt real bad. I kind of wanted to cry. But you numb yourself to that. And you say, fuck that, man. I can't be having no feelings. Even though I just blew the head off of this little baby bird for no reason, just to say that I got good target, I ended this bird life. I was taught by my uncles, you don't have no feelings for that, man. You soft as hell, nigga. It's just a bird. I mean, come on. Let's go shoot some more. And then let's go shoot some squirrels with our BB guns. We rip nature apart. And why? Think about it. Man creates a hell for all of the species around him. The squirrels run in their nests when they see you coming. The birds fly away from you, man, because you're so destructive. You forgot that the birds and all of the animals were here to serve you. And man was kicked out of because he turned on that which the mother created to serve him and put himself above nature, above the mother, above the animals, instead of side by side in unison with the entire creation in balance, hand in hand on one earth with all species, depending on the plants. The plants is what we need. Meat eating creates the new world order. And I got another video where I'm going into all of this, y'all. I didn't want to get too far off subject. I'm going to shut up because I really want to rest my voice right now, but I put this picture up to make some parallels and connections. Remember that the great mother is the serpent on the tree. She the one who spoke balance. She's that serpent. Keep that in your mind, and I'm gonna go to some more images to show y'all this same concept. Yin, serpent, yang. Adam, serpent, Eve. Sun, North Pole, moon. All right? The source is always at the center. So let me stop talking and let my panelists and other people just break up the atmosphere with another voice while I search for some photos. Yeah, my brother Ed, how you feeling, me, man? You loving this, bro?
Yeah, man. I'm sitting here getting ready for work, and there's a lot of things that come into my head when you explain a lot of these things, different concepts and different things that I be seeing, different imagery. So I'm just absorbing a lot of this.
All right.
Oh, and while I was at the store, on my way back and forth, I've seen a couple of people, and I asked them about flat Earth. A couple of people didn't know nothing I was talking about. A couple of people, surprisingly, to me, was like, "Yeah, the Earth is flat." But you was in your build. I wouldn't dare break that up to show that.
Oh man, it's an awakening. I'm starting to ask people myself, and I'm finding out that yeah, we are waking up. And I just want to say I love all of y'all, man. This stuff, when I talk about it, it's deep shit, man, because this is real stuff. Like, they hide this stuff. I'm gonna show y'all some more shit that's hidden in plain sight. And I'm gonna have some more of these where I pick back up on this stuff because I don't talk about this enough. And I want to basically, when I said Trinity Angel, I said a lot of things, but I didn't pull the slides up with them. So if I said anything that y'all want me to go in on, chances are I got a perfect slide for it. If you,
okay. Now that explains how it disappears. You see, that's how it will look in the ocean view.
But and just thinking about it, King would have been perfect for this the build you was on.
And the boat in the game, and then every time you coming up closer to something, it appears.
Yeah,
that's how it really is in reality, bro.
Yeah, on a visual level, you're right. But just the whole concept of balance can be seen all around us. Like when I was talking about the great mother balancing the scales and her being the Trinity angel and the arches and all of that stuff. Basically, I'm gonna show y'all a little concept, one of my little collages. My art.
Just some trail. Because I just seen one right there, seen one right there, seen one right there. Look at that shit.
So check it out. My art creates the letter T, a wing. The T equals truth. The T is the hammer that Thor used. This is the hammer that the judge bangs to restore the balance. Think of a courtroom. The judge bangs a hammer to restore order, balance. What does the hammer shape like? The letter T. So Ma'at is the one who restores balance. She is the letter T. She is the hammer. But when you outline the T, you get 3 points, which creates a triangle or 3 angles, a trinity angle. Tri means tree, tri, trinity, and angle, trinity angle. Okay, so basically 3 arches will always give you this pyramid, just like if you do these 3 angles with curvy arches, you would get the recycle symbol, if you can imagine what I'm saying. But 3 is tree, just like when you say trident, tree, trident. But the TRI is also the TREE. Listen, people. Listen to what I'm saying. The TRI is also the TREE. Okay? Remember when I told you that Ma'at is the North Pole? What do they say about the North Pole? They say it's the tree of life. I just showed you the picture of Adam and Eve. I told you that the serpent was Ma'at. Where was Ma'at? Where was Adam and Eve standing? They were standing at the tree of life. They told you at the tree of life. And when you listen to, and when you start researching ancient cosmology, they'll say all humans originate from the North Pole, from 4 continents. And I showed y'all that map before. I can show y'all the map again now. It's 4 continents around the North Pole where we all originate from. So to get back on track, the TRI is the TREE. Adam and Eve in the garden with the serpent around the tree. That serpent is the Trinity. The tree is the tree. The Trinity is the tree. It's the trio. What is a trio? It's 3 things, a triplet. But the letter T also has 3 points. So the alphabet T and a number 3 are connected. Also the alphabet E, the vowel that you use, even pronounce them. So when you say tree, T, 3, and you think of the alphabet E is nothing but the 3. The E is the 3, and the T is the 3. You say, brother, how the T is the 3? Well, the T is 3 points. It's 3 points. We can't escape this formula. The 3, the T, the tree. It's the tree of life. It's Ma'at. She is the tree of life. She is Adam and Eve and a snake on the trunk. Adam and Eve ain't nothing but her children. Adam and Eve ain't nothing but each scale. Serpent keeping the balance, keeping the order. She is the hammer banging. She is the triangle, the womb in between that woman leg that you got to go in to create life. So again, the tree is the 3, and it's the T. It's the angel. The Trinity angel is Ma'at. She's the Trinity angel. I hope this collage in front of you drive it home more. I can pull up some more to give you all. It's all around us, y'all. It's all around us. They're showing us the stuff that I'm telling you. It's all balanced. Think about it. You say a donut. So we eat donuts. Look in the bottom left corner. A nut is an arch, people. A nut is an arch. Think of the sky goddess Nut. She's making an arch. So a nut is an arch. But the word do, D-O, the word do means to double. When you say I'm going to double something up. So for example, if you say dozen, the word zan means 10. Zan means 10. The word do means do or double, 2. So when you say dozen, you're saying 12 because dos means 2. Unos, dos. Dos means 2. And zan means 10. So dozen means 12. But if you look at the bottom left corner, I said that to show y'all how the numbers and the words are inescapable. There are no amounts. Every number is just a formula. It's a code. So when you say donut, remember that do means 2. And when you say donut, it's saying double up the nut, or donut makes the complete circle. As above, so below. You can see in the example how you create the circle. Think about it. They call a donut, which is a circle, a fucking double nut, because nut is the arch. And when you put them together, you make a donut or a circle. So a half of a donut would be a croissant or a crescent. When you deal with bakery words, a lot of truth can be found in the profession of bakery. I actually got a whole video coming out called "Give Us This Day Our Daily Bread," where I'm gonna be going into the terms we use with bakery food and the reason why in Christianity they talk about the bread and the oil and the wines and stuff. And when you go in the Italian restaurant, you greet it with the bread and the oil. It's all symbolic. But basically, a croissant is a crescent moon. That's just one piece of the Trinity. When you put them together, you get the double nut. Or you mean the donut, okay? So one crescent, see, a croissant is a C. But when you bake this thing they call a donut, instead of saying it's a double crescent, they just say it's a donut. It's a double nut. So look at your language and the truth right there in the truth. And if you look at this thing, I shouldn't have to talk too much for you to see what I'm getting at here. When you say diamond or divine, you're dealing with that duality again, because DI is dealing with two. The division sign is nothing but the cosmos. It's a straight plane with a dot at the top and a dot at the bottom, representing the underworld and the heavenly world. It's a simple way to draw the cosmos. It's called division because the act of dividing is really expansion, divine act. So when you hear like the word divine and divinity and the word division, and when you look at the divide symbol, it's a symbol of balance. It all ties into the great mother, the one who balances the scales, the great divider, the one who split the sea. So she's the tree of life. Ma'at is the tree of life. Questions, anybody? Questions?
Yeah, you can you hear us, bro? Brother Sanchez?
Yeah, I can hear y'all real good. Something that I want to do is, over my time, y'all, I supposed to been shut this thing down a minute ago. I hate to get off on this note like I'm rushing, but I just looked up, man. I was in a trance, man, for a couple of hours, and I got to get out of here.
All right, well, brother, remember that you remember that image you had up there with the ma'at with the scales? Could you pop that up there real quick? It'll take me 2 minutes. I just wanted to add something on. I don't think you could hear me before when I was trying to add, but it fits right in exactly what you were saying.
Oh, no doubt, my brother. I'm gonna definitely let my panel build before we close out. I'm gonna let y'all have the floor. So when I was talking about getting back with the feminine side, males and bee goddess who wore the black and gold, and she was just another deity that represented balance like Ma'at. I wanted you to see this old cover of the Bee Gees. They call themselves the Bee Gees because they know about the bee goddess. If you look at the album artwork, it's black and gold, and it's got that cosmological concept of us being surrounded by the great darkness, that dark womb of the great mother. And if you look at the album title, it's called The Woman in You. They're telling you in a secret way to get in tune with your feminine side and get creative. You notice how a lot of rock stars, they kind of act feminine, like Jimi Hendrix and all of them. It ain't that they're gay. It's just that they're creative as fuck. But let me pull that picture up again for you real quick.
Yeah, basically, because what I was going to expound on, how you said, imagine you put the sun and the moon in the places of her scales. Well, check this out.
I got it up.
All right, so in ancient times, the circle or the sphere was like a representation of, you know, supreme being or source or all, you know, a god or a goddess. They were, that's why they had the one of the reasons they had the disc behind their head. But anyway, it represented a supreme being, right? So if you take one circle, which would represent the masculine god, and you take the other circle, which would be the feminine god, and you put them together with a space in the middle, you connect them. That's called the Vesca Pisces. Now you were showing that earlier. It's that symbol with the 3 that you had on there, and you were talking about it's the it could also be the vagina, the yeah, you know what I was talking about. So if you do that, it represents actual creation. It's also the Christ symbol. If you follow the symbol down, just on one side, it has the 2 little fins. It creates the Christ fish. You know, it also stands for, you know, which, and this is what rang true when you was talking about how the mother, you know, she makes way for her son to follow behind. Well, this is kind of, you know, mirrored in the ancient Chaldean and the Nimrod, the story of Nimrod and his mother Semiramis, and how when they together they created Tammuz. You know, so it's all and so so if you go back to this, there you go, right there. That's it. So if you take if you take those 2 circles that represent, you know, supreme being, they create that Vesca Pisces, right? So now if you take that symbol together, that by itself can create pretty much every sacred geometric symbol there is, including the tree of life. So that is the catalyst for the creation of the tree of life. 13 circles, and creating that Vesca Pisces between each in a certain fashion creates the tree of life. Again,
you're so right. You're so right.
Right back.
And I'll even break it down. It's basically they call it the binary code. And another way you can look at it, as it relates to a lot of cultures, is this is here. When I was talking about the bee goddess and the 6-point star, all of it is the Vesca Pisces.
That's right.
None of these things are separate or one code that's just been told in so many different ways in so many different years that we think it's separate, when even the original forms of Christianity has Jesus coming out of the sacred womb of the woman they call the Queen of Heaven. And this predates even the Jesus deity. But when I was talking about all of this stuff relating to the woman, hold on, I want you to see this real quick, because what we're talking about now is a yoni. That's what sits at the middle of the Vesca Pisces. And the reason I'm glad you was building on that is because, shit, I'm gonna have to open this picture here in paint to even pull it up. Y'all bear with me. I got a slow computer, but hopefully I can get some another light. In a better, bigger light. Sorry, chat room, you should be sharing the screen now. But basically, I want to teach y'all about that Vesca Pisces he mentioned. I was going to get out of here, but this brother got me going in. That's deep. As you see here, here it is again. Unmute your mic, brother. I want you to build on this with me. This is the symbol of
What's up?
You see, this is all dealing with the woman. Again, there go your V. That's the V. That's that V right there, that vortex. Remember, this is a V. You got a V right here and a V right here. As above, so below. You got a fucking V up here and a V here, creating a diamond. This whole thing is a diamond. Now, let me take this off of here to show you why. Pull up the collage with Nut, and it had the diamond and the donut and all of that. I was showing you the same thing with this yoni, the 6-point star. We can't escape that diamond, even in the womb of the woman. But even when she give birth to the child, how you can see this diamond as above, so below, with their heads creating a 6-point star. We can't escape the code. We can't escape the code. So even in nature, you will see this yoni like the womb of a woman, and it's always at the center. Life is created from the center, and it's being fed and sustained through the center. Just like you see in this fruit stalk, you will have a stalk bursting up out the center of this fruit, but in the middle, a yoni, that womb where all things emanate from it. You see what I'm saying? And you will see this, and this is ancient art right here. This is called a yoni puja. These are rituals that they do in India.
Right. And many times you'll see the mother goddess or even a lot of the saints in many different cathedrals and whatnot across the, not just cathedrals, but churches of all types. They'll have that symbol, and they have the deity or whatever nestled within the symbol. You know, the symbol is used as a backdrop.
This is what you're talking about. This is what you're talking about. Stuff like that.
Yeah, and yeah, it's everywhere.
I see you've been researching. If you look up at the top, you will see a 5-pointed star. Now that's a symbol of nature, or the Wiccan symbol. But when you flip it upside down, it becomes the Baphomet. So that's kind of like desecration.
Yeah, the pentagram, right?
You can see the goddess here with the moon crescent on her head. That moon, this goddess that you're looking at, this goddess you looking at with the moon crescent on her head, that became the devil with horns.
Hey, can you mute this brother? He don't know he's off mute.
Who's off mute? The person I was just talking to, right?
Yeah, he's not. He's talking to someone else.
Okay. Well, look, look, check. I know it, but check this out. The crescent on this goddess' forehead, they put horns on the devil to hide this. But that's the moon crescent. But to get back on subject with the 6-point star and the yoni, it's books on this shit. It's books written on it that they don't want y'all to know about. The yoni is a sacred symbol of female creative power. All of your celebrities know about this shit, y'all. It's how they come up with the good raps and all of the good songs.
Yeah. I mean, and they parade it right in front of your faces. They do. They put it right there in front of you. That's why they don't feel like that's why they claim the moral high ground, because they put it right in front of you, and you don't see.
We even form our hands like yonis when we meditate, because this symbol is that powerful.
And they stole that too. Talking about it's a 666 symbol, man.
It's really sets. Think about it. When you look at porno, what they call it? They call porno X-rated. They call porno XXX, because that's the trinity of the X chromosome. It's all sets, and they want to get us away from the life energy. You see, six is sets. That means all you was born to do was eat fruit, walk around, and have sex. Now they want to tell you sex is a problem. But the Creator wanted us to be fruitful. We was in heaven. All the animals do is reproduce and enjoy earth and live in heaven. If there was any kind of heaven, that's all that would take place. Think about it. What would be heaven? A place you can go eat and do like you want to without working, and just probably have sex all day if you like sex, Hey, but anyway, I'm just saying. But anyway,
I feel you. It's important. Go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead. I'm cutting you off. Go ahead.
No, you straight.
I wanted to show y'all some got out. This is ancient art, ancient carvings. Our ancestors revered the great mother and the yoni. Now, if you look at this thing, when this is a carving of the great mother. I believe this is an Incan great mother, and she's opening up the sacred vulva. This is the creation story. This is where man come out of that great womb. Now, this thing here is crazy because when you look in there, there's darkness. Darkness is inside of there, and that's darkness represents the great womb, like I said. And here in this ancient art, you see it there. Just to show y'all some more stuff here in this ancient art, you can even see it there, just in the symbol of balance. The line would be the yoni, and like how we had two circles making the yoni on a vesica Pisces, same thing here. You see, half balance, but it's really deep, you know.
Oh yeah.
Hey guys, I want y'all to go ahead and build on whatever you want to build on. I'm gonna step in the kitchen and get a sip of water real quick.
Right on, brother. Yeah, well, and the symbols, they also make the flower of life, not just the tree of life. You know, so he's talking about you have the sun and the moon and join together, they create the Vesica Pisces, or you have the sun and the moon, and in the middle is the tree of life. Is the center, is Mount Moru, is where we, where we need to find, I think the source of a lot of all of this is coming from the center, and everything points to the center. Everything points to the tree of life, and those symbols, they all create the tree of life. Now it's funny, the magnetic ley lines pattern after the flower of life that sit over the earth plane. Now, when he was showing you that donut before, what that is a two-dimensional view of the toroid. So if you can imagine that, and then you have the dielectric plane at the center of the toroid, which is the electric field that surrounds the earth. Well, at the center of that would make an hourglass shape. Mm-hmm. And that hourglass shape is the same exact shape that the ancient Vedic scripture and whether like the Bhagavad Gita, and I probably messed it up, but it's depicted as that in the center, as a mountain that is like almost like a somewhat of an upside down cone shape, and it always puzzled me until I saw everything together, and I realized it's only just the top half. So that's why it looks like that.
Before I close down, I want to say, Rob, man, I appreciate you, because a lot of what you was putting out there, a lot of what you was saying actually inspired a lot of good Jews to come out of this bill, and the people really appreciated it. But I gotta close it down and go ahead and get away from this computer a bit today. I want to say much love to you, been exposed. Much love to Ed. Much love to all of my panelists, man, who helped me lay the work down. Much love to Brandon and everybody, man. And really, much love to Madon, to my chat.
Oh, yeah.
To my family of patrons, to my subscribers, viewers, sharers, supporters, all PayPal donations. You know what? What I'm going to do, I was finna teach something else. No more teaching tonight. You know what I'm going to do? Time closing out, thanking you for your donations and shouting out all of today's donations and new Patreons. So what I'm going to do now is shout out all today's donations. And I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to go into my PayPal, see how many donations I got today, shout those people out. And also any new patrons, I got to shout you out right now before I close this out. Because I really appreciate y'all. I spent so many hours in front of this thing, getting hoarse, trying to pour my heart out with the teachings that I find. They ain't going to be always appreciated by everybody.
And that's just the hours you spend teaching, brother. you spend multiple times that in the research and the learning and the growing and the soaking up of all the knowledge that's been presented and that you've discovered, you know.
So right, and I'm gonna tell you something. I love to do it. You know, I said,
yeah.
If, you know, my brother, they can pay me $1 million a year to go teach the globe. You know what? I'm gonna do it even better than that. They can pay me $1 million a year to go be a security guard. But you know what? If they say take this $1 million a year to do security, or you can make minimum wage telling the truth, I just won't be a millionaire, man. I'd rather get up every day telling the truth, doing what I'm doing now because I love it. And it sets people free and it undo the lies that plagues us all. I'll give my life telling the truth for minimum wage. I only want to support myself. You see, I never wanted to do this to get rich. I only want to do it to feed myself because unfortunately, what they got us doing to feed ourselves today is some unworthy support their system. So if enough of us can do this to feed ourselves, that right there would start the takeover. We would start the takeover there. So again, let me shout my people out because, man, y'all don't know how much this stuff mean to me to have your support. So shout out to Xavier Holyfield for your donation. Shout out to Richard Atkins. Shout out to Marvin Burwell. Shout out to Jerome Turner. And that was today's donations. And today's new Patreons, welcome to the family. To my Patreons, y'all know we got a lot of exclusives and stuff too that we're gonna be doing. Shout out to Josh. Shout out to Easy Ez. Shout out to Ursula That's Ursula Peaches Foster. She did a $10 pledge. Sister, I much love my sister. Y'all gonna make me cry. You just don't know how much I appreciate this, y'all. I really do. Shout out to you, Ursula. Shout out to all of you. If you pledge a penny to me, I fucking really appreciate it. Y'all just don't know how much I really appreciate this stuff. Shout out to Lamont, aka Above the Beast. Anytime I have free time, y'all, and I'm not doing nothing, I promise y'all I'll go live and I'll crank this thing up every time because what we discussing is very important. And a lot of people say, what this shit matter, man? But they ain't going to ESPN and all that, telling them what that matter. So let me just say that anytime I got some time, I'm going to crank this thing up. We're going to go hours and hours putting this knowledge out here because I know a lot of you working jobs. A lot of you on the job, you need inspiration. You need something to put into your spirit to get you off that job. And to those of you who work in jobs, everything you do with your paycheck need to be to get you away from that job. Go inside of yourself. I told y'all to get creative, close your eyes, meditate, see what you can offer to the world that's unique and give it to the world because there can be no other brother Sanchez. That's why people support me. But all of you are unique and you can offer some. Tell the truth and it'll set you free. I'm a prime example. As people support me, they donate to the channel. It's because the truth will set you free. You don't have to sell out and tell lies and go that route to feed yourself. Now, if you want to be a millionaire and be rich, then yeah, sell out and go that route. But if you just want to tell the truth and feel respected within yourself and be a noble human, then the people will support you. You might not be a millionaire, but the people will make sure you eat. And that's all you need if you're focusing on just telling the truth. You don't need a platinum necklace and a Bentley. All you need is the bare minimum. So people, if you support me, I'm going to continue to go horse every day. I don't care if I don't have a voice left. I don't care if I yet. I'm just finna go drink a cup of water a minute ago. That's how deep the passion is. So before I go out of here, I want you to know I really appreciate you and I do it for you. Much, much love. So I'm gonna sign out. I love y'all.